fire, back and go, I'm on fire, back and go, I'm on fire, back and go. Come on, I'm so I'm on fire, back and go, I'm on fire, back and go. Rich man, back and go. From God, back and go. Devil, back and go. Bad that, back and go. I'm on fire, back and go. Do ya left me, man? I'm on fire. Fanny, yo, now. Do ya left me where I'm on fire? Fanny, yo, now. Come on, I be your soul. I'm on fire, back and go. Bad that for the low. I'm on fire, back and go. Bad that for the low. I'm on fire, back and go. Satan, back and go. On fire, back and go. Inside bread of life, we are on fire. Back and go, we are on fire. Bread of life, we are on fire. Bread of life. I say bread of life, we are on fire. Bread of life. Hey, bread of life, we are on fire. Bread of life. Hey, bread of life, we are on fire. Bread of life. Inside bread of life, we are on fire. Virginia. Inside USA, we are on fire. Let me tell them we are not. Attila play, we are on fire. Momo sing, we are on. Alfred Fox, you sing, we are on fire. Helen sing. David Dobaye, we are on fire. Let we sing. Alfred Roe, we are on fire. Let we sing.
Somebody, everybody, come, let's celebrate the awesomeness of God. Come on. Come all here, let us sing a grateful song. To Him alone our grateful hearts belong. The thing shall be His praise. Let every breath and voice proclaim an endless praise, giving glory to His name. Oh, our praise is forever done. Let the ages know. You great I am. In your soul, your mercy flows like a ceaseless. Yes, our praise is forever done. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not His benefits. For great is the Lord, most worthy to be praised. Let the sound of His praise be heard. Let the people shout aloud, rejoicing in worship, giving Him all the thanks and praise. Oh, our praise is forever done. Let the ages know. You great I am. In your soul, yes, your mercy flows like a sea. Jesus, our praise is forever done. Oh, praise is forever done. Ah, the ages know. In your soul, yes, your mercy flows like a sea. Jesus, our praise is forever done. Somebody, everybody, give Him praise, give Him praise. Somebody, everybody, give Him praise, give Him praise. So lift your hands up, lift your hands up, lift your hands up, lift your hands up, clap your hands up, clap your hands up, clap your hands up, clap your hands to the right.
Okay, today na Friday, the 26th of June 2026. Hello and welcome to the very last edition of the Epic Morning Show for the week on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Around the world on my epiconline.com, Choice FM, Radio Garden, Radio Zimi on Facebook and Fude Live on YouTube. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. The Epic Morning Show na a 2.5 hour long program. We divided into the first and second segment. In the first segment of the Epic Morning Show, of course, it's Friday and we give you the biggest international stories of the week on the first segment. And in the second segment of the program, Reginald Sawyer will give you the biggest local stories of the week. Inside the show this morning, global fuel price don't reduce to about $76 per barrel and don't return to pre-war costs, but we not see any decrease in the costs of fuel na salolo. Waiting this mean and say the European Union don't donate boats for protect Salone territorial waters. Iran negotiations so far taking place in Switzerland. I mean, it's spearheaded by the Qataris and the Pakistanis. We'll see which will come from yonder. And also, Niger don't be the latest country with a withdraw from the International Criminal Court. Plus, Guinea also ban raw gold exports for boost local industry. We'll look at this morning here inside the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us for the next 2.5 hours as we bring you continued special analysis on critical issues at hand. Yes, it is Friday, and now a time for rewind, a time for rethink, a time for relax, for think about what happened this week. I mean, whether you don't see lots of successes on different ventures, or whether you don't see setbacks. Now a time for rewind, refocus, and put tools together for CC next week be better than this one. I continue being strong, continue being motivated. This is the Epic Morning Show.
United we stand, the father to fall. Indeed, Babylon must fall. Babylon, you're falling down. Me see your throne come down now, but me know you not like it yet. Youth man, move. Make we break down the gates of the wicked. Youth man, move. Make them know the throne come down now. Shall we pray? I play some reggae music, let Babylon fall. Children sing. And you cry, ooh, we are sing along, hey. Play some reggae music, let Babylon fall. Youth man, come, let's unite. We've got a big work to be done. Man, there are stumbling blocks right on our way. But children, I want you to know that's not for we. So Babylon, you're falling down. Me see your throne come down now, but me know you not like it yet. Youth man, move. Make we break down the gates of the dragon. Youth man, move. Make them know them soon come down now. Shall we pray?
I play some reggae music, let Babylon fall.
Say children sing, my Jaja, hear your voice when you cry. Ooh, we are sing along, hey.
Play some reggae music, let Babylon fall.
Sing along, sing along. See them, how them come. Yes, I know them want come fling with on. Lord, oh, Jah, please help us now. Give us strength to face this battle. Jah, you know it is hard. Give us zeal to move along. You know, say the enemy them turn. Give us arms, give us speech, mighty Jah. So we must overcome. Man, I see them stand with them gun, stand with them bomb, but the Lord
To
is my
capture the
ship.
attention of customers, we focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
Sometimes then, when things they go wrong in your community, and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you Blowing the Whistle. Blowing the Whistle na a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This time you chance, follow you speak up, and follow the hear your voice. And follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the Whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
To capture the attention of customers, we focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
1xBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x Game section, you'll find hits, Crash, Burning Hot, Crystal, Western Slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
Tonight we stand the father to fall. Indeed, Babylon must fall. Say Babylon, you falling down. Me see your throne come down now, but me know you not like it yet. Youth man, move. Make me break down the gates of the wicked. Youth man, move. Make them know them throne come down now. Yeah, we pray.
I play some reggae music, let Babylon fall.
Children sing, me judge your voice and you cry. We are sing along, hey.
Play some reggae music, let Babylon fall.
All right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara with the latest world news. Ghana says it is making arrangements to evacuate more of its citizens from South Africa ahead of planned anti-immigration protest on June 30th. Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, Benjamin Kwashi, says nearly 1,000 Ghanaians have already returned home voluntarily. He says more people have now registered for assistance and that the government is working to ensure that they are all safely repatriated. The planned protests are being organized by South African activist groups calling for tougher actions against undocumented migrants. Mr. Kwanshi says Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria is closely monitoring the situation and is working with South African authorities to ensure the safety of Ghanaian citizens living in the country. Zimbabwe is considering using future income from its mineral resources to finance major roads and railway projects with China. The country's finance minister says the government has begun discussions with China Railway on resource-backed loans that will help modernize Zimbabwe's transport infrastructure. Officials now estimate that Zimbabwe needs around $34 billion to repair and upgrade its roads, railway, and transport networks. Zimbabwe is Africa's largest producer of lithium, a critical mineral used in batteries for electrical vehicles, smartphones, and other electronic devices. The Chinese companies have invested heavily in Zimbabwe's lithium sector, and the government has announced that from January 2027, exports of raw lithium will be banned to encourage more local processing and value additions. Nigeria has brought home another 66 of its citizens from South Africa following recent xenophobic attacks. The group arrived in Lagos on Wednesday night, just days after before a June 30th deadline issued by anti-migrant groups demanding that undocumented foreigners leave South Africa. This is the second group of Nigerians to be evacuated this month after 258 others returned earlier in June. Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs says more registered citizens will also be evacuated in the coming days. Our officials say the returnees received financial assistance, free SIM cards, and mobile data after arriving at the airport, where they were welcomed and documented. Ghana says it will begin disarming private security guards who are carrying firearms obtained through personal gun licenses. The government says some private security companies have been exploiting a legal loophole by encouraging owners and employees to obtain firearm licenses in their own names and then use those weapons while on duty. Interior Minister of Ghana, Mohamed Mubarak, says private companies are not legally permitted to carry firearms, adding that only the police have the authority. Officials say that they are now reviewing the licenses and will take steps to end the practice. Okay, that's the latest news on the Epic Morning Show. Melvin Tijan Mansai in the studio. Good morning, Melvin. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you very much for having me. Fambulona, good morning.
Melvin, unfortunately, we now include the planned immigration protests we expect to happen in South Africa. I mean, we don't set the June 30th deadline, say, every. There's this phrase on social media now. Go back to your country. Go back. So the planned immigration protest we expect say it gets for kickstart on the 30th of June. We'll be able to see even now at a very larger scale. Nigeria had evacuated a lot of their citizens them from South Africa. But first off, let me just play the sing tune and introduce you inside the show, and then we go, of course, dive deep into the issues at hand this morning. Yes, Melvi, you want to give brief thoughts on that before we go into the issues?
Well, of course, I think the latest there is the government is coming out with a strong position for once, saying that nobody not get a right for do the work of the police under the guise of enforcing illegal migrants issues. So we wait for see whether that's going to take effect, and definitely the Afrophobia in South Africa has grown to something else. And sadly, these are people we believe for attacking and comping black man, and they celebrate with man. Unfortunately, though the whites are in minority, but yet still they don't have the guts to challenge them. So for me, many of these South Africans, they are enslaved psychologically and mentally in what I'll call the plantation mentality. So let's wait to see whether between the government, for once, like I say, then President talk tough, say that will not be allowed, and I'm sure it's because of the political, the geopolitical, diplomatic, and also economic pressure made for land that even neighboring Mozambique began for stop some South African trucks, not for traverse through the country. And also Nigerians themselves, they make moves that it should be a tit for tat situation. Ghana self don't take the lead, and unfortunately, we will not be able to see the government. In fact, the sad thing is we don't see police then they supervise some of those illegal attacks on foreigners. I think it's unfortunate, and we wait for see what will happen. In all of this conversation, Usman, I know it's say Sierra Leone don't repatriate Sierra Leoneans in South Africa, and for me, the issue is not whether we have Sierra Leoneans in South Africa, but what's our government doing? And what can I show for me? I always can say it's about looking at the wall from Mekonsky AI and looking at Mekonsky from the wall AI. I don't hear anything it's from the government of Sierra Leone, except maybe you ever edify me on that as to them plans for.
I mean, even me, I've not seen any comments from government say we will at least strive for repatriate to citizens, or even warn them, give them a warning, say if ever attacks start, go this also place. We not see any warning at all. And
maybe the way we'd say the 30 where then go begin cause havoc or wreak havoc on Sierra Leoneans in this case, or other Africans at the 10 Ministry of Foreign Affairs. By now, I mean the 13th day don't be the 26th. We have 4 days to go. This is the problem about Sierra Leone. We are always reactive. Unlike Ghana and elsewhere that are proactive, Sierra Leone instead of having them boss possibly
we're not going to be proactive. Nigeria is also repatriating its citizens. The Malawian government is also repatriating its citizens from South Africa. A lot of other countries get plans for repatriating citizens, but we don't even see comments from the government of South Africa as to the fate of Sierra Leoneans who they live in South Africa, because there's no doubt there are Sierra Leoneans in South Africa. I mean, according to the latest figures, about 81% of Sierra Leonean youths want for left the country. So you know, not even a debate whether there are Sierra Leoneans living in South Africa, but what are the fate of them? We don't see any comments from government yet.
It's sad. When I was at the Pan-African Parliament in Mid-Ghana, I met a lot of Sierra Leoneans. Some of them are experts, others are ordinary hustlers looking for greener pasture. So whenever the issue of repatriation or evacuation comes to the fore, I ask myself, what's the government not care about the people that are within South Africa, or the way say them kill them? Ghana, for me, I think they've been blazing the trail, not just on their national interest, but also even Pan-Africanist interest. Remember, Ghana was the nation that led the motion in the United Nations for declare slavery as the gravest crime against humanity. And now the Caribbean nations that follow that. I don't know. Ministry of Foreign Affairs need to come out with a position as to witness them plan. Because if they not come out with a position, that means they're not getting a plan. And if they're not getting a plan, family, if you get your family in South Africa, you better begin caller now, or if not, they get a family couple and send family couple for labor, buy tickets and return home, because these people are, some of them are behaving like mad people, and you cannot take them for granted.
They are not okay. They are not okay.
Some of them are very sick.
And you know, one thing also where we don't see across the spectrum, political and social media spectrum, is that immigration march, immigration protests, don't they become increasingly popular in South Africa? Especially if, among South Africans, everything say, I mean, Africa didn't even support us at the World Cup. I see some comments on social media, I see videos of influencers, South African influencers on social media, where South Africa qualified for this round of 32, the FIFA World Cup. They're saying we did it even without Africa. They're saying we played for our name South. We didn't play for the Africa in our name.
I think they need to move their country out of the Africa and go and find somewhere, you know. Back to the national context, I heard Cardinero pull one, I don't know if I call him this song or beefing song against Jacinta. And you listen to the song, actually, it's a nice song. I'm not a fan of Cardinero.
Cardinero sing song for them?
It's yes, a blast for Jacinta, and one of him beef song, a blast for her. He say Jacinta na witch. You know, it's not like the artists then they
take. By the way, they lead the immigration march, the xenophobic attacks in South Africa.
Yeah, one of the people them. So if the musician then take the matter serious, take out the way they play a song, and that song seems to be trending because I see social media influencers are analyzing the song. But unfortunately, the musician and they really take the issue serious past the politicians. It's very sad. Well, let's say Cardinero. Although Cardinero is a semi-politician now, we don't see well. They don't declare in support for a political party. Maybe he's the voice of that political party. But it's sad.
Which
because
party? SLPP?
Yeah, of course. If the NGC, it's transfer go SLPP. I don't know so I get for go next.
So you think it's a politician and musician together?
Well, I know say one of my favorite artists in Africa, na Youssou, he ended up for being a minister in Senegal, but the way how Cardinero doing his own, I think they be need for advice and he gets everything. I start for support Cardinero. In fact, me Edward and friends then they call me Cow. The days of YouTube Pass Mark, Ataya, I used to rap them back for back. But from the way I see the man, it is right to be partisan or political, but certain position with the whole society, you have to be very careful how you metamorphose. And I think Cardinero has not done that. So,
but today, as of today, you are a more.
Well, I like LJ's freestyle. I think if you put the Altuna world stage, LJ go move the crowd past Cardinero. I know the Leos will not like me for that. I mean, this is not like Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. One a trained player, one a born player. LJ is a born player.
So in this case, the trained player na Cardinero? I
think so. The man a very happy get like Notorious. And they never change his style. One can that rap.
But you still listen because you mentioned for say that music we sing for Jacinta.
Yeah. I like
you know like President Trump they watch the enemy from afar.
No, it's not my enemy.
I'm not saying it's enemy.
Yes, my don't begin back. You know, I listen if it comes to poetry. Cardinero is more poetic than LJ. But if it comes to contemporary music, freestyle, moving the crowd, understanding the dynamics of socialism, you know, LJ beats him. But if you come under academic rap, intellectual rap, poetic rap, of course, Cardinero is very poetic. But I must man get time for go listen lyrics, like how me they listen lyrics. Not so we all get that time for listening.
So it means you're not a big fan of Cow?
Me not been big fan of Cow, then tell they go school.
You not been foul with
I'm no longer a fan of Cardinero. Okay. In fact, the man don't come to America, always be there America. One day the man no it's global. Just they been there the mushroom award in Africa no more.
So you think that award will win for best rapper and mushroom award?
If I will concentrate on music, I'd rap Pascal.
All right. Well, let me just move ahead then. And Melvin, I don't know if you see this, but Niger don't become the latest country in the world for withdraw from the International Criminal Court we're based in The Hague. I mean, the court has been accused over the years of only going after African leaders, leaving most Western leaders, except for the arrest warrants who we see the issue against the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over war crimes in Gaza. What do you make? Are you in support of Niger leaving the International Criminal Court?
I mean, I have to think about that all day, all night. I mean, because the essence of the Rome Statute now for protect human rights internationally, but again, don't forget the context. The one of the almighty America now sign up, or well, no respect her. So for Niger, I think the argument on selective justice was the same argument mounted by Kenya. Remember after the skirmish, the same argument now in Kenya self-mounts. Later, the ICC dropped the case. And I listened to Mehdi Hassan, maybe the grill, the ICC former boss.
Karim Khan?
Karim Khan, not former, current boss. Karim Khan on those issues. And for me, the ICC herself need to forget some reform, but arguing that it's selective justice, I don't want to agree with them on that. Because if you look at people like Slobodan Milosevic and others na Europe and elsewhere, they were all brought before the ICC. I agree partly with David Senge that there are elements of neo-colonialism and global South stereotyping, but this is a way for the khaki boys then they avoid what they are called accountability in the future. And what this go mean? It go mean say so many rights go get for be trampled and it go on scathe.
Yeah, but it don't actually mean say they will not be in the future persecuted if the ICC wants to arrest them or so. Like even Israel is not a part of the International Criminal Court. They not sign into the Rome Statute, but they've issued an arrest warrant against Benjamin Netanyahu.
The implications are huge because if they were a signatory, then countries that are signatory, they are bound, they are compelled for enforce. But if you are not a signatory, it's discretion for any country, for any of your officials, for effects. You know the difference there is, but the bottom line there is, when you are a signatory, you are compelled by the provisions of the statute.
And most countries are signatories.
Most countries, but not all.
Like for Bibi Netanyahu, for example, if you go to the UK, according to the government there now, they're saying that they will arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if you ever go to the UK.
But that is
the mayor of New York also saying if Bibi Netanyahu ever go to New York, he will arrest him.
That's a turning issue. What now more to load and aid. UK, in fact, their own politics right now in a global, I don't know how to call it. They have got the most inconsistent leadership crisis for the last almost years. The current man care not to yes, I think. Yeah. So how are you doing first that? Because you see people like Kemi, she's not only pro Bibi but pro Israel
and pro Trump
and of course, so it's an ideological issue based on whose party.
But I think for this moment in the UK, Kemi Badenoch and the Conservative Party is out of the picture because the two biggest parties, them according to official figures now, Reform and Labour.
That's what polls are saying, and that's what the polls are saying. But if you look at the individual performance of politics, I will tell you, Kemi is the most performing.
How is she the most performing?
She speaks.
I mean, but speaking is one thing, being popular is another.
No. You assess a politician by his or her intellect. You don't follow in debates?
Yeah, I mean, many people
she's the most fiery.
Many people in describing debates.
She's more fiery than
has been insulting.
She's more fire. Well, it depends. That's the world. When you talk harsh reality, then say you would or you insulting, especially when a black woman and in roots and all that. But for me, she's been one of the most intelligent, one of the most firebrand. And for in arguments on Bibi and also on Israel and Bibi, I don't support her. But I think I mean, let's wait and see. But on enforcing the ICC need for look at himself again and see some of the reforms where they need for institute, especially around how they go about issuing arrest warrants. And if you look at the numbers statistically, they've issued, I think, more for global southerners than the global north.
Yeah, but you think the ICC, because President Trump, threatened the existence of the ICC, where they issued arrest warrant against Bibi Netanyahu, you think the ICC gets the guts for issue another arrest warrant, whether for a Western leader or an ally of the West?
They're already hamstring, because don't forget, Karim Khan is already
under
sanctioned by not only the US, but I think some other nation also. I think, is it Israel? So that, of course,
you will only expect sanction from Israel.
That is obvious, but from the world's, one of the world's, well, probably formerly the world's powerful nation. I don't know.
Formerly how?
I don't know.
China is the most powerful country.
I suspect so.
Because you see China pass America and Salon.
No, not just because it's a person saying, you know, the world politics self. China is more.
President Trump, he goes say, and they call the shots. Like how President Trump can say, and he gets all the cards.
But with the Iran deal we can talk about, we not see all the cards. So I think ICC need for look at it. Need some reflection for the fact that the chief prosecutor has been sanctioned by one of the world's most powerful nations. It's easy for the Alliance of Sahel States to look at that, say, see the honor America self on a chief prosecutor, they sanction them. And I know there is that, unfortunately, I know there is the argument, and the other than they are just going against Africans from Al Bashir to where's the other guy's name? So many of them are Africans. Formerly it was it Ruto? Ruto also was.
William Ruto?
Yeah, Ruto was indicted after the skirmish in Kenya. 2 of them, right? 2 of them were indicted, but they ended up drop the charge because they say witnesses were intimidated and all that. So I think the bottom line here is Black Africa done the conscious that you cannot have 2 separate rules for one game. You never left Donald Trump or George Bush or Barack Obama, they don't cause global atrocities and not indict them, but yet still some of them leaders in Africa, because of they are poor or they are black, you are going after them. There is some elements of argument there. But
so would you recommend Salon also for left the ICC?
Sierra Leone judiciary gets a lot of issues. The last resort should be the ICC in the worst case scenario. But I don't think we'll have any leader we go down that road, looking at the aftermath of the special courts. Let me not forget, so we don't get some resemblance or semblance of semi-ICC now with the special courts, and we see how people like the Nganoma and the Fode Sanko and others face international justice. So moving forward, that's always what I can remind with national leaders them that certain things and you go do an asalo, you go free, but you know, international justice get this phrase and say the bearers of greatest responsibility. So for Sierra Leone, it's not advisable because we've been a beneficiary of the international justice system, and we see how then they restore some sanity and then they instill some fear. I'll never wish for our country to move out.
Leave the ICC or the ICJ.
Of course.
Okay.
But in fact, we are already having a matter where with us the pay lip service, say we want to go ICJ with the Guinea on the Yanga issue. So if we say we think about that, it will not be good for the reputation of the country.
Well, according to President Bio, he said a level from ECOWAS, it will take on to the African Union. From the African Union, it will take on to the United Nations. So it is still within ECOWAS, and not even left. They're not cascade them to other institutions like the African Union and the United Nations yet. This
government has not been consistent on Yanga. I was just listening to my senior colleague. I was reading a post from Dr. Blyden, we say the instruction by President Bio for ask people learn for return back na Yanga is dangerous. And I think I agree with her, because if the people are not demilitarized the zone, they ask you innocent, harmless.
But if you don't get agreement between the 2 countries, them in Conakry, what do you expect? There's an agreement assurance for say we're not going to use any other action against you.
That not be the case on Papa Shekin. From Papa Shekin, Guinea they are sure, but at the end of the day, situation they reverse.
Melvin, President Bio was appointed as chairman of ECOWAS in June 2025 last year. And we expect for, I think it was on the 25th last year, also 24th or 25th. President Bio in time, maybe 1 year tenure in Guiam. That's almost expired now. And you think, over the course of President Bio in chairmanship of ECOWAS, it don't really do enough for Yenga?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no.
What do you think the president? Whose power do you think the President Bio gets now ECOWAS where he can use to advantage for settle the issue of
I would expect a peacekeeping, at worst, a peacekeeping force na that border day. At least, if we don't get some kind of DMZ, demilitarized zone.
Sierra Leonean troops?
I mean, ECOWAS troops.
Guinea is also a part of ECOWAS.
Of course. So that's why if we don't get
So ECOWAS troops on ECOWAS soil?
Of course, because it's a disputed territory. So if Guinea don't invade and go beyond and don't they establish military bases, I think the best President Bio for the left in legacy ask the ECOWAS for can deploy a force for create a buffer that Guinea all can inside Sierra Leone, they go inside until the matter is resolved. But that has not been done, and unfortunately, Guinea don't pinch. They don't even pinch. They don't enter we big time, and I think it's gonna be dangerous, like Dr. Blyden said, asking civilians them for. It's like putting them on arm's way, because the military people and they go ask civilians for go there. What if one mommy say I want to go back to my farm? They go meet to German and what can she do? So I think President Bio has not handled the younger issue very well, particularly we don't see that as the chairman of the authority of heads of states of ECOWAS.
Melvin, you agree with this ranking? I just searched on the internet and I searched for the most powerful leaders in West Africa. And number one, they say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria. Number two in West Africa. Number two, they say John Dramani Mahama, President of Ghana. Number three, they say Bassirou Diomaye Faye, President of Senegal. Number four, they say Julius Maada Bio, President of Sierra Leone, owing largely to in current ECOWAS chairmanship. And number five, they say Captain Ibrahim Traoré. You agree with this ranking for say President Bio is the fourth most powerful leader in West Africa?
I want to come by the ranking, the order. I agree partly, but not with the order.
Bola Tinubu?
Jagaban is not the what's not the website, by the way? What's not the title of the ranking?
Well, it is global ranking. This global ranking of influence. Global ranking. Global ranking.
We don't know the source, but we take global it from a face value.
But I just want to know
powerful. Yeah. Let me come. If not powerful by money, Jagaban beats the all.
Money and strength.
No, hold on, my brother. All man who say Nigeria get money, including the president, they buy all the opposition in a Adebayo. Agreed. But in terms of Pan-Africanism, in terms of ECOWASism, if I put it that way, I think number one should be the president of Ghana. His legacy a bit to Tinubu.
What's in John Dramani Mahama don't do?
What's he don't do? Under the Dramani Mahama, United Nations resolved that slavery is the gravest crime against humanity. What's not Tinubu in global record? Show me back. I think number one should be
you get under Tinubu in government increase funding for ECOWAS. For example, as of now, given the fact that Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger all left ECOWAS as of this moment, Nigeria, well, according to figures, make up for almost 2/3 of ECOWAS funds.
That is superficial. You remember? I mean, I think
without Nigeria,
if you compare ECOWAS contribution, Salon said beats Nigeria. That will shock you. Yes.
Contribution go way beyond giving money.
Allow me, my brother. That is what is called ECOWAS community levy. You know how much Nigeria owe? Go to Google and find out.
Nigeria owe?
Find out. They are a debtor. Sierra Leone, we are not owing debt. So if for that you Paulo can get money.
So we need audits na ECOWAS, but
we not get
to teach them.
That's another kettle of fish. We are talking about internationally. You know how much debt domestically Nigeria they gets for settle among the public service. Let's forget about that. We are talking about geopolitics in this case. I see your point. So I think number one on your list, if it be Ghana, the president, for me is the most powerful West African leader. And now
being powerful goes way beyond your emotions, Melvin.
It's not emotions. It's about
what is the fact on the ground.
What is the fact? What
is the fact? Let's say, for example, don't just use the betting system.
Let's use the very important. What are the benchmarks?
No, Melvin, we are savvy in international issues.
Yeah.
Melvin, when you look about the strongest military in West Africa, it is the Nigerian military.
But not to than they be. Under Abacha or Nigeria military.
We don't help for resolve conflicts them in West Africa, including even here, the peace what they enjoy today. Nigeria play a huge part in that peace day. Nigeria, according to figures we don't see, and say about 2/3 since Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger left ECOWAS, a lot of the funds of ECOWAS they come out from Nigeria, and it's the largest economic bloc in West Africa within ECOWAS. And they're saying that without Nigeria, ECOWAS is nothing. You are looking at
just the economic.
What you use for influence?
So power is not just economy.
But it was just about a year ago, Bola Tinubu was the chairman of ECOWAS.
So again, waiting in legacy for ECOWAS, you are just limiting it per se to Nigeria. Not to under Tinubu. Nigeria don't get that influence. From John was a boy. Okay? If you're saying I know read the report it, and I will wish let you share the link. Let we dissect the benchmarks used in terms of legacy. When we believe say the simplest measurement for power is legacy. How much change you create. Dramani, it don't create change past Tinubu. Though Tinubu don't spend a lot of time, Dana. That is my honest opinion.
But will you say president? You go.
I want to out to number 2.
Number 2. Dramani Mahama, and then put number 2.
No, I'm missing an for the number 1.
Okay, so logo number 3. Basidu Yomaifai.
So I said Dumaifai, and Madabio. These are the shock Sierra Leoneans. I'll put Madabio before Dumaifai.
But Senegal is a very strong economy.
You don't count to economy back.
But if not by economy, you cannot rule out economy.
If not by economy, you say the left Ivory Coast. If not by economy. And they put Madabio before Dumaifai because Madabio has been able to manage the political polity in Sierra Leone than Dumaifai. Dumaifai na bobo. And always they enjoy so. Now other people are legacy. Honestly, I go put Jagaban go dey maybe second because of what you say economic power. I will put Jagaban second. And not to last alone Jagaban wait for me lack political talk. And they put 1 Dramani, 2 Jagaban of Nigeria, Tinubu. They call him Jagaban because they buy all the opposition. And 3 I put Madabio.
Which make you put Madabio 3?
That's the good question. When you watch how domestically Madabio manage in domestic politics, the way you watch the radical decline where Senegal undergo.
But President Bio manage domestic politics. I mean, you get the opposition where they do boycotts here and there.
Yes, it's better. But you know
the opposition in Senegal is not doing
boycotts. But
boycotts.
You know you say Madabio here a minister or a vice president then get combo. To the point that the parliament
he can easily sack.
So you don't get this Dumaifai then not get the same power.
No, the thing is,
Madabio mature past that guy.
The issue is totally different with.
It's not. We're talking about powerful leaders. So you say.
Yes.
Madabio is a more powerful leader than Dumaifai. Forget about
I'm not disputing. No,
you can dispute. I mean, I will tell you now to you.
I'm not disputing.
You can play the devil's advocate. That Madabio maturity in a Dumaifai within a saloon from a national politics. Like salon they on fire.
But you put President Bio number 1?
No.
You don't deserve for the number 1.
Yeah, but this kind. I use your argument now. No, I use your argument now. But this kind add up economic hardship. No, that side I not put on the. I not put on that side. I will put on number 3. But it beats Dumaifai for me.
Captain Ibrahim Traore. of Burkina Faso.
I
don't see you don't like Burkina. You don't see. So you can't say you never deserve for the first fight.
The man not deserve for them at the list safe. I they go put Kaki Boy in a list of Democrats. They want to write that report, that analyst.
No, it's not about being a military leader.
Powerful leader.
Powerful leaders and with influence.
For me,
but you don't think
my assumption is
lots of
any leader, Usman, any leader will lack the endorsement of the electorate is not a leader. It's a ruler.
But they are saying he's popular. People are saying he's popular because
Whose opinion
it's patriotism among Burkinabes.
For first people and for all my way criticize them for them go fight by force. For use all the mineral money then for the buy weapon. Where you make 1-2 road. Come on, that man not deserve for another list. The man is not. I mean, you just say powerful. What not the time when they use back by your analysis? They say powerful.
Most powerful leaders in West Africa.
The man is not a leader. The man is a ruler. There's a difference between a ruler and a leader.
Burkina Faso and president not a ruler.
Not a ruler. Not a leader.
Not a leader. Na ruler.
Na ruler.
What's the difference?
The difference between leader and ruler na the endorsement of the electorate, the people. If you are not getting the mandate of the people, now who lead the rule?
You think if elections were to be held today and Ibrahim Traoré will lose the elections in Burkina Faso,
if that man are getting all lost, then they go lost, then they get chance.
If you figure in for elections, then in Burkina Faso, you think they go lost?
Bra, we Kaki boy say they change to civilian. We don't see the precedent.
But why not see protest in Burkina Faso? We postpone elections.
You can go protest against that man. They tell you the man a ruler, the man not a leader. You can't. The one that journalists already criticize the first day they give a uniform and give them gun send and say no go fight.
Yeah, the latest one.
So you call that a leader?
The latest one a doctor. The doctor criticizes and then he give them weapon say go fight.
Now that kind of people and they go put na the list. The one them back will write that list them mistakes small.
So what are you going to replace them with instead?
Call me the other one with the now.
No, just stop privacy. What are you going to replace them with? What are you going to replace them with?
West Africa.
Yes.
We don't call Ghana. We don't call Nigeria.
Senegal. Saloon.
Although they don't get fresh elections, the guy in Cape Verde was doing good. What's his name?
Cape Verde gets that influence in West Africa.
Why not? They are small, but they are very consistent. They are the most developed nation in West Africa, arguably. Cape Verde. Cape Verde. You can check it out.
Cape Verde is relatively developed.
So if by right self, therefore they open at the list. So the one who write that list, they tell the Gegma ranking and they say they also then put Jagaban number 1. They call them and say, "Unaka meet me na Unity House pack for them." Jagaban are the man they buy all money, buy the whole opposition.
The opposition can join the ahead of the election.
So you see, but yet still you cannot compare him to that Kaki boy now. Yeah. So I think I will rate Cape Verde, but there are other West African nations also maybe where we need, but we will not see the
Guinea-Bissau. Rate Guinea-Bissau. Okay, Guinea-Bissau now you couldn't get until recently.
Of course.
Who's country Guinea? Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast don't manage economically for bounce back on the aftermath of waiting them they don't get. So if you use your own benchmark of economics, yes, you can put Ivory Coast then leader. Na the list.
Alassane
Ouattara. Although he's a semi-democrat, then I will call her na monarchy, semi-monarchy then they operate.
But Ivory Coast don't see an economic boom under Alassane Ouattara.
Of course, and not today. They used to call him Petit Paris.
They spend about $1 billion for host the Africa Cup of Nations.
That is called.
Is that not more than the Salon budget?
That is called sport washing. Sport washing. When people use sports for cover the image. We see how it's Qatar. We see how it's Russia, wherein they use sports for give fine face. But in actual sense, there have been issues. But yes, Ivory Coast has been they've been thriving from outside and come on.
Melvin, the European Union don't donate naval boats them to Salon. for, let's say, for protecting Salon territorial waters. This was nearly a week after the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moyina Senge, in our interview, say if the European Union is serious, the West serious about helping Sierra Leone fight against drug trafficking, we then deploy naval boats them now water. I mean, you don't see this has been handed over to the naval service of the Republic of Salon Armed Forces. What do you make of the EU donating or giving out 2 naval boats to the Salon military?
It's a Trojan horse.
What did that mean?
You know, when you look Greco history, there was a time where somebody then say, well, would they give you a gift? They make one big horse inside the horse, then get soldier man and they for able for infiltrate. So for me, it's a good thing, but in long-term effects. By the way, I want to say kudos to David Senge. If we get the less the kind of politician we not munku we bold enough, maybe and so we don't go far at the country. David Senge is not a munku politician in my estimation, because it challenges people's arguments. It challenges people, even if you are white or black. It challenge you on arguments. So kudos to David Senge.
Yeah.
If you want to give credit, I think so for give credit for that. If it's the way I think as supporter. Now,
yeah, the other time he also said the West now a partner in development and they do not dictate waiting Salon for do.
Hey, but if that man don't can give naval boats now, and the last time that ship then be catcher, the excuse with the security then give, and say Sierra Leone can not get the capacity for monitor the EEZ, I think 200 nautical miles off the EEZ. Now they don't can give me this. This is now a situation of warning before wounded. And I can call it Trojan horse situation.
What thing will be the wounded case?
The wounded case, and so now they say when I get boats of particular now water, okay, we don't give one now. Tanker and catch any other boats now. Will they not be sledging the armor? So I think, yes, this is how governments and government officials to approach geopolitics, particularly international institutions. When they point finger at your nation, you say for we raise counter arguments. And I think so this is one of the fruits coming from David Senge's defense of our nation. But moving forward, I think, yeah, it can add to the capacity. But angry man no go choice. He pays the piper, calls the tune. Now we not get any excuse again for say I will not be monitoring water. So if anything go wrong now with water, that might be used for the EU slam any action has been called for by that so-called MP, where if forget say in country now the biggest cartel in Europe and drug business where they try for point finger.
The Dutch MPs.
Of course, go and get the.
But I think they get the help of I think it's Spanish, some Spanish MPs. They go for lobby and get support from other countries them in the EU.
Well, they not get tired. So EU now we say before. I think EU they're sensible. This is a sensible action. But because you need to go, you need to go beat Peking where you know wanna. This is a warning before wounded. And I hope they're not going to make them boots and this scrap or some of the gadgets them well and tomorrow and say we now will maintain now.
Let's say another consignment of drugs, the reports for sailing come back from Salon after this deployment of these 2 naval boats them. You think we will finally see, in the worst case scenario, EU sanction Salon?
I suspect that. And these are Europeans, they are very strategic. Then go don't count because say, oh yeah, waiting David Senge talk, they get through para. So low sets the bait for them, low give them waiting and say they need. Because that was one of our challenge as expressed in the statement of the government when it comes to. Then say, the government say they agree say monitoring the EEZ, I think 200 or 400 nautical miles, very difficult, and that might be a safe haven for criminal, transnational organized crime activities. So now the EU, they say, okay, and that's not an excuse, let's solve this problem, and let's see what comes out. So, like I say, this is a Trojan horse kind of situation, a warning before wounded, and I think now the owners don't, we will not get any excuse again. We will not get any excuse again.
Melvin, I'm just seeing here the cost of a naval boat. It costs around $50,000 to $500,000. They say the high-speed patrol boats, which is 10 to 20 meters, cost about $500,000 to about $5 million. You think since we constantly involved into these scandals, and governments have been saying we are not responsible. I mean, we also want for fight against drug trafficking. whether they use the water. You don't think say we get the ability for buy these boats for inspect the water?
Well, like we get the ability
in the future.
The kind way our other priorities and they compete with the government, bruh. I feel like they go down to the world to say the government they catch the half for reduce an area because of what they are considering the returns, the revenue being derived from it. So no matter what you say, this is a very useful assistance, but the rippling effect will be far-reaching if it's not well managed. And one question I want to ask: now, new boats there or old boats or second hand? Because Sabi Salon, let not say we say just no, don't scrap. That is one.
Well, I just watch pictures for ma'am. It looks new.
Hey, but not also let them go paint them boats and I also on that fisheries project doing the other one in our old boats. But I don't paint to the watch now on the wall. Is this a new one or a second one?
When they go make president, you go snap here them the old boats them.
That old boat there, I mean, with them paints. We hope this is new and we'll have the capacity to operate it. But definitely that is going to be a tool for what I would call espionage. Yes. The Europeans are going to be using it, we like it or not, for monitor our own movement. On the movement.
This will be operated by Sierra Leone.
That's what I'm going to tell you. You know the kind of software where they put today, you know the kind of technology where you get. That is going to be used to surveil our own surveillance.
Or for inspect how if they really use the
That's
boats.
What I'm saying.
If they're really using the boats for it, then get them.
Well, me and no cinema, with man not get free gifts. That gift say now for let them put hyper we how they watch water.
Yeah, but you don't think say giving out these boats now because the EU wants for strengthen the relationship. I mean for keep the relationship and get to the salon.
No, because they want to make Europe safe. Then I want to any other boats they pass through Sierra Leone where they say then doing inspections, go to CCTV footage show say that boat not be loading our water key, but outside salon government not will pull the video. So that's why it is well equipped. I will tell you that is a surveillance of our surveillance system. We're not get that kind of technology there. That boat will be equipped with monitoring systems where go they register direct na Europe. Yeah, and for make Europe safe,
we can inspect. Huh? We not can inspect.
We get that same day. I know with all due respect to the Navy, I doubt it they get that kind of standard boats. They can't wait the kind sophisticated.
We get a Navy in the military one of the first ever, and these are the first naval boats we then get.
No. We don't get particle boats there, although they be old. I know you agree that side.
But now this.
I don't know if that we both say not get this kind of technology. I agree, but we don't get. Although some of them will say they don't scrap, but this is not for Sierra Leone's proposal. It's for the protection of European waters.
And also, I mean, this will also help if it then stop for this consignment of drugs. It will also help the salon image. So it's also helping both sides, huh?
It depends. We say the boats the day at the time where alleged bad boy in the past. You can still get the boats where the one in the right eye say okay, we'll go south while the bad boy in the north where it not make any sense. But the Europe that I know, these boats will be sophisticated enough for monitor beyond waiting we don't use to monitor.
Like we China give the African Union building in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. There are a lot of bugs them all over the place. For inspect African operations, African Union operations.
That's what it's about. It's about European interest. It's a Trojan horse. I give to them, we really celebrate. But in diplomatic terms or geopolitical terms, Europe want to be safer, and then she say we WhatsApp us. So then give. But I give it and give it, not me to say now ordinary good. I don't think that ordinary good. Now for that we put eye on we and how effective the operations are when it comes to surveilling transnational organized crime on ICs.
You think this government don't do enough? I mean, if the government is not involved in any way in these drug issues, you think they've really done enough in cleaning the image or clarifying at the world stage for, say, the government is also serious about fighting against drug trafficking?
The only person who has said it's quite small at the Visengen, I look to take the matter serious. Because now this government say that boat not to hear the load cocaine param, but not show CCTV footage. Now this government, under this government, just like Jekas turned Omar Sharif. Now under this government, there is the allegation say just like Jekas get relationship with the president in Peking, and they have never, the first family have never come out to distance or debunk.
No, first lady has. Firstly, they don't.
The government has never. The first lady defend itself.
The first lady also defend the Agnes Bio.
Say it in.
He say maybe in another life, but you don't know about any relationship with Jos Ladekas and Agnes Bio.
Which one of the interviews? The BBC interview?
The interview with the BBC. He mentioned very clearly.
No. The question was if Inoa.
No, the journalist asked the question whether he is aware of that report. They for say that there is a relationship between Jos Ladekas and Agnes Bio. President Fatima Bio clearly tell the journalist for say maybe in another life, but he don't know of any relationship between Agnes Bio and Jos Ladekas.
Yes, we only we only see, but some man they watch, some man they see. Maybe you listen carefully than me, but I think that question was personally put to her. I don't know why they ask about Agnes Bio, but I mean, maybe yes, clean past me, yes, so I cannot dispute that. I know the questions were personal. Yeah, so you can, I mean, I'm not going to dispute your facts.
Yeah, but we can still hear them if you think, yeah.
I cannot dispute your facts. But meeting me here, read the interview me follow, it was about distancing herself, whether a distance is stepping. Let's wait. I mean, you have better facts on that.
Okay, let me just move ahead, Melvin. I mean, fuel cost, the cost of global oil don't reduce, and we still not see, because will we get the resumption of the fighting in the Middle East? Just 6 days, we see the government of Salon increase the cost of fuel, and we also mean lots of commodities, and cost also increase across the country. Because according to even Al Jazeera, the report just yesterday for say the cost of petroleum, the cost of oil on the global market don't come back to pre-war levels, but we don't see any response from the government of Salon for reduce the cost of petroleum. What do you make of that?
I think I watched Mike Berewa, one of these government officials in Facebook, and the government is scratched their head about that, and we should be expecting something. But I don't want to forget, of course, I watched the Brent crude. The Brent crude basically is talking about the crude. And yeah, it don't go back to, I think for the last 2 weeks, it don't go to 70 something. I mean, right now, the last one is, I think, 72 per barrel, right? Or maybe don't go down than that as at this morning. So, yeah, other countries, they don't the benefits, but other countries, then where they pump price, on, like Sierra Leone, we still not go down. These are...
But even countries like Liberia, about, is it nearly 2 weeks ago, where they say reduce the cost of fuel in the country?
It depends.
It depends on what? It depends on whether it's expensive in the global market. It is now more cheaper than
there are other factors beyond that.
Whose factor will stop government?
Inflation,
cost of fuel,
exchange rates, storage. These are factors we count. Even India, even Nigeria, people are yearning for it to go down. Of course, England and America, they don't see relative reduction in pump price. But don't forget, there's a difference between the crude and what we assume, say, now we use here. Okay, and again, a lot of factors. So, me not can talk for governments basically, because me say one see the pump price for go down like other countries that they do. But again, without holding a brief for the government, you have a lot of other factors owing to that. And myself, they join people like Edmond Abu for say if for go down, and I will not be surprised if for go down, and it's supposed to go down.
And you get people who don't say, given the amount of how much is being sold now in the global market, therefore sell fuel right now at least 24 leons, 25 leons. That is even lower than what may happen than the cost of pre-war.
I'm not an oil expert or an economist, but I know there are variables from country to country, and if you fail to look at those variables and just look at world price don't go down, I think we might not be doing justice entirely on the topic.
But if you think, say, other variables, then if you look at them and say, perhaps we don't even look at those issues, then we could talk, say, fail for go down to that amount of, to that cost, you don't think, say, then the economy is declining. If you think, say, there are other issues if you look at, not only on the fact that the fuel don't go down at the global markets.
Like I say,
you think the economy of Sierra Leone decline?
There are economic variables. With regards to the context, are you saying the economy of Sierra Leone decline as a result?
No, I'm asking because you say we don't not just look at the fact that it is more cheaper than the global market. We look at other variables like inflation and so.
Transportation. It's another variable. Like I say, storage is another variable. I mean, I know an old brief. For me, I will feel go 5,000 safe or 6 million.
Well, it sounds like you are justifying government's response to
How
this.
can I? I don't want to work for government. How can I only brief for government? But again, I get a duty for can give the information where I know. You know, because this is a public discourse. Edmond Abu, we're able to can talk with more sound facts for or against. But from what me know from the face value, there are variables, and also Sierra Leone no more affected that because you don't go to all-time low or
even lower than pre-war.
Yes, if countries like India will get a bigger economy than ours, then still maintain the price still not go down. If countries like Nigeria is still not go down, it depends on economic variables. But that's not for PRA for can argue or the Ministry of Trade. That is not my place. But these are realities.
That is if they're even willing for talk. They've been totally irresponsive to this. Because according to a interview, Moses Mambu, where is fairly say the government of Salon very proactive in all of this. Say if you feel price go down on the global market today, tomorrow morning, government will also reduce them. But it has been more than 2 weeks since we get that ceasefire deal between the Iranians and the Americans.
I think Edmond Abu has been saying that, and he's been giving very justifiable reason. He's the fittest person for come and challenge the government on the facts and the figures. I can be very scared in the absence of actual facts when it comes to some of these issues. But yes, we call on the government by hook or by crook for the fuel price go down. And yes, because it reflects market. It's called market volatility and market uncertainty. That's just the expectation that it go down or it go down. It's not good for business. The investors then will be. Investment. It's called investors' fright, basically. Wherein some man go keep him money for several ways. If it go down, we put money. If we not go down, we pull money. So that is not good for the economy. Back to the economic implications. So government for come out. Government not go in a position where they're not there and another day and that. Therefore, can't tell people and say it go down, or they put on down, or them can't tell people and say they go down and give justifiable reasons. But I think Edmond Abu has explained that very carefully that it should be reduced.
Yeah, we don't discuss a lot of issues, and your very good friend, President Mamadi Doumbouya of Guinea, in government don't ban the exports of raw gold for boost local industry. You back that decision they by Mamadi Doumbouya in government. Yeah. You elect Mamadi Doumbouya now?
Only for Leka. I only need.
But you elect him policies.
But in this case, not all of his policies. In this case, I have been a champion of beneficiation of natural resources by African nations, and I think that's what is exhibiting.
And in this case, he's been the champion among African leaders then.
One of, not in starter. Not in starter at all.
But at least he started before President Bio.
Well, and if I be contextual, that's for West Africa. Yeah. Even West Africa, so Ghana is setting a target for 2030.
Even your good friend Burkina Faso is also doing the same. Ibrahim Traoré banning the raw exports and say we need for do am na country.
But which company they do? It's still not add up to the Guinea example, because Guinea now one company now any do this work and it's a national company. Unlike in Burkina Faso, these are foreign-owned companies based in Guinea, based in Burkina Faso. So the Guinea model is quite unique. But the challenge where they fear, let one company they not overwhelmed. So maybe Doumbouya need to look at establishing more companies. I think Guinea is the 6th largest producer of raw gold. So if you are the 6th largest, it means you are large. And if all the company there need for it's involved the artisanal and the large scale. If they all get for go through one company, will that machine not go and bug? So I think the advice to
Ghana also gets Gold Board, now government-run agency Gold Board.
Yeah, but they not get what Guinea gets. Now 2030 they set and that's all gold for be refined in Ghana. That's the vision for 2030.
No, I think even today in Ghana, if you get any gold, even artisanal gold miners, then when you get any gold, you cannot sell it to foreigners. You need to sell them pass through the government of Ghana.
And
you
in
need to
Guinea,
sell them to the government of
in
Ghana.
Guinea, it's not about the sales, it's about the exports. Ghana not get that regime they 8. Now 2030, then them fix the regime for take effect. Check it out.
But you like Mamadi Doumbouya now?
The man is semi ruler, but this policy for me is in the interest of the Guineans, and I think other West African nations like we serve Sierra Leone for emulate that good aspect of his leadership. That all exports of minerals should be processed and refined in country.
So you're now recommending for leaders them learn from Mamadi Doumbouya?
In that specific case, not generalistically. Also, a man who won the election, clamp down on opposition, man can lie, say, and not for take part, later I go change the constitution. That's not good for admire, no?
Mamadi Doumbouya in project Simandu 2040. Now for totally revolutionize, for change Guinea, for industrialize Guinea. We see huge infrastructure projects across Guinea. But once people might say Guinea gets the best PRs them because you see videos them for where they video big infrastructure projects them across Guinea and say by 2040 Guinea for being much more better economy. You think Mamadi Doumbouya, even if elections were the hold elections in the next 5 years, given the projects them on the ground, it will win the elections free and fair?
I'm not a Guinean. That is the question for
looking back, seeing by a far, waiting they happen in Guinea. You think given all, because waiting most Africans care about now is living conditions and of course their freedom, but living conditions are mostly waiting people and we actually talk about even here in Sierra Leone. You think given all of these massive infrastructure projects them in Guinea, in the future, it will be a democratically elected president if you want?
Well, the reverse of your question, it will end up become a dictator where it will turn up our past, maybe all lead in West Africa. If there's so normal politics there for that's because you do development, that means say if all power like a personal property, he's gonna personalize the power. If that's gonna be the yardstick, because he do in your own words, so not in my own words, because it's an Guinea, they do massive development, like quote and unquote. But if it continue, I think what I will agree with you on, if it continue with what you don't do so when it comes to gold exports, that all should be refined, should be processed and refined in Guinea before being exported. That is the way to go if we want for industrialize we economies, if we want for benefits more from the natural resources.
It's a clear display of Africanism, you think?
I'm not surprised. Mamadi Doumbouya not a Munku. I think he's studying in the US. He's seen how imperialism works. He's seen how geopolitics works. So, not to that kind of Munku, not to favor it, do in fact, where you want to overpraise. That's what leaders should.
I mean, this guy for overpraise and what they talking facts on the ground. On what they do in Guinea.
I see the glorifier.
Hey, we whites and for column.
Okay, so when the massive development projects.
The Simandu 2040.
That's just one.
It's not one. It goes to lots and lots of sectors in Guinea. I mean, Guinea gets even this one we talk about is local industries, boosting local industries. I mean, you get Guinea now strengthening relationship with the neighboring countries them for increase on trade. You know, Guinea gets, I think they are bordered with 7 countries in West Africa. Barcelona just one of the countries where Guinea border with. And the construction of huge roads, lots of
constructing huge roads. The way one day the semi-dictator already say the local by neighbors. He called that regional development. Same thing will be for energy. For them.
Even on energy, Guinea gets stable electricity. So
Guinea and the kind of country that will give you lights today, then tomorrow they will take them back because of the psyche of the leader. They are semi-democrat. The leader are semi-democrats, but I think they are on the path to dictatorship, and they've always been.
But not to dictatorship in Ghana now.
Well,
they're on the path or then did they?
Semi. The opposition is already killed. Infrastructural development is not the only development. So what about political development? You cannot compare the political development in Sierra Leone to Guinea. No way. Or Liberia, political development to Guinea.
Of course you cannot. Of course you cannot.
So development is multifaceted. You can have infrastructural development, but it might not be the same when it comes to political development or maybe geopolitical development or diplomatic development or other forms of development. So I agree
in those areas, Salone de Mosul, Guinea, Salone, they were ahead of Guinea.
Well, Salone, we get we own issues them, but I think, yes, the only thing that Guinea go beat sweeper and they don't beat sweeper and then free ports we make from what me see with me, it's the Boku, and they've been investing in agriculture. We mean say, yes, they are more.
Well, even President Bio is investing in agriculture. They feed Salone
on paper. In Sierra Leone, we are investing in agriculture on paper. Almost people look at the global hunger index. Almost people are hungry in Sierra Leone. From a feed salon on there, how long now? You know, yeah, we agricultural investments now are theoretical developments. I'm off paper.
Yeah. You think? Mamadi Doumbouya, I mean, talk about the relationship with the neighboring countries, them where they supply lights to. I think the lights we get in supply is it going to Bo other regions?
I hear some government officials they talk about that. I'm not too clear. I'm not fair with that project there, but I know say
you will say Mamadi Doumbouya na the Trump of West Africa.
I know it. Before we give Mamadi Doumbouya, we give Madabio.
Trump.
No, I know Malabi not to talk. Malabi on a cyborg force, you know, talk. Mamadou Doumbouya are indifferent.
Ibrahim Traoré, Trump of Africa, of West Africa.
No, the Trump of West Africa should be Dramani Mahama in the positive light.
No, in the negative, like how President Trump, I mean, giving a radical leadership and so, what I go in West Africa?
The most radical leader in West Africa for me is the president of Ghana. Positive radicalism. Yeah.
No, when you talk about the persona of President Trump, who do you think say it depicts now West Africa right now? Mamadi Doumbouya, Ibrahim Traoré, Bola Tinubu.
They're not fit. We're going to now win clean election like Donald Trump. So that is a false equivalence. I think the Trump of West Africa still are going for venture for Madabio. Yeah, Madabio speaks truth to power sometimes. We see how we go to America, we tell them after the elections. That was bold for them America and tell them, say, not so because he puts money per election for determine the outcome. And Madabio has been very vocal on geopolitical issues. I think his own version of Trump of West Africa is more matured.
Matured than President Trump?
Yes, of course. Madabio composed past Donald Trump.
Wow.
Far away.
Wow, Melvin, we don't go way above with time, but I want to comment on the latest ceasefire negotiations for end the war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. And one thing we people overlook now the exclusion of the Israelis them in talks in Switzerland, and they are saying that the Israelis them Mossad they try for spy on the negotiations happening in Switzerland. What do you make of the ceasefire negotiations? And according to the Iranian officials, they confirm it for say America to agree for freeze billions of dollars in aid in Iranian funds.
It just justify that Israel no want peace. It just justify the feeling that even the war that Israel push America into her, and if Israel not take 10 for they on their own, and if they on their own, they don't make that mind where they don't use to make, because without American support, Israel cannot be Israel.
Benjamin Netanyahu say in the nearest future, you want Israel to be an independent country and not depend on any other country for help them militarily.
They will never be an independent country because the formation of Israel says itself not out of independence. Now, country then say, well, I mean, particularly the evangelical Christians in America are the gigi supports. Of course, you know the AIPAC now America are then powerful Israel lobby. So Benjamin Netanyahu now talking the talk. What na more to load na aid? Na Donald Trump don't encourage and power and talk them.
You think Iran I know they win these negotiations? I mean, you think Iran is winning over America?
It's too early. They have 60 days. Let's see what comes out.
Given the 14 points peace plan we don't see for stuff. You think in that pact the Iran, Mosul, America?
No, it's a win-win.
How America win?
It's
Because
a win because
Iran
Iran
saying even before the war they were not developing a nuclear weapon.
But now they are asking that IAEA for go inspect, which has been a bone of contention.
Iran, we don't allow IAEA.
Not in this man. Those were restricted observations, observer missions. This thing that they promise to give free hand.
All right.
I think that win-win, a 50-50. Donald Trump you cannot say Donald Trump on this deal a loss. But again, you cannot see the win because we say you have to give almost $1 million for pay for damage. I mean, I watched the 14 points and I think say that's the best for in the interest of peace. And Israel not go lekker. And they want to do anything for undermine.
Israel no wants peace?
No, Israel no want peace.
Bibi Netanyahu no wants peace.
Bibi no want peace. The Israeli public, according to some public opinion, although it be done the dwindle of this.
Who don't go like peace?
Hey, but I know some people don't like peace in this world. You have people that are called anarchists. Bibi is one of them.
And the Israeli public?
Some quarters.
Some or much, a large part of.
I don't watch the latest. I don't watch the latest polls, but I will tell you, 50% of the Israeli public, most of them support the war against the beat.
And they're saying if the war not continue, Bibi Netanyahu will be so unpopular that he will lose the election in October. They say his survival and political survival depends on the continuation of the war and defeating the Iranians. Then.
From one smaller the Bibi name, Bibi now a political push. You got 7 life. We one die, other one the cow back.
Okay. Load you on for a very short break. You deal with the Epic Morning Show. Short break. After that, we will take calls inside the program. We don't go way above the time. We call after the break. Do stay under 1 minute.
Sometimes then, when things they go wrong in the community, and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you Blowing the Whistle. Blowing the Whistle na a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk button. This time you chance, follow you speak up, and follow the hear your voice. And follow you ask questions when I go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
1xBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x Game section, you'll find hits, Crash, Burning Heart, Crystal, Western Slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
Take calls inside the show. You can call me now on 079-994-993. Call me inside the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning. Hello?
My name is Saida. I call from Central.
Saida, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, then get one Paris Bank. Then see business men who say master. David Senge being educated in Western money. And he was to be talk city. Some of the World Bank and made people there who sang this, you don't testimony with it. They know the issue of fear. If I did things in our lives, then people in our work and work. When they can carry out a contract of the saloon economy, it's not easy because you don't get the right for it.
Okay.
So the issue with the government and government, that even logically support for people's salaries to see that policemen and nurses.
Alright.
So then I use the government to see.
Thank you very much.
Ghana, mostly the troops. So they say come on IMF programs. They not come.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll take more calls. Please stay on the 1 minute. Call me on 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
Yes, Lamin Samuel Koyaton, good morning.
Powerful leader in West Africa. By which standards? We get for me for the standards with the set. For let we give this person is more powerful than this. And even for most of the discourse, the source. Which are the source commons? Who that say that social person is powerful?
You don't believe the ranking?
No, not the source.
No, wait. You don't believe the ranking?
No, at all, I not believe that.
Who puts president be number one?
And Melvin don't always talk to minus America. Israel not the stand. Melvin, the family say he that keepeth Israel shall never sleep.
Lamin Samoa, thank you so much.
And God man keep Israel, not America.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Please stay under 1 minute. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, good morning.
Yes, you didn't inside the call from?
Mina Samuel, I call from St. John.
Yes, Samuel, go ahead. Get 1 minute.
Yeah, since this war between America and Iran and Israel, America win. Because already America they be fair to. Don't forget to the main thing they fair to. Now this Iranian enrichment. And at the end of the day, all Obama they don't try, they don't negotiate. Former George Bush don't try, they don't negotiate. Now Trump don't put pressure on Iran till they don't agree, and they say that they forgo respect.
Okay.
Yes, done. Israel. What make Israel the territory? So go then get direct threats when are Hezbollah. They don't talk nothing about it. They don't do no measurement of them. Then they attack it. Wait if you to see them go do.
Okay.
Then go just there for attack.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll take more calls. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show till on Friday again, and we give you the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Hello?
You name inside the call from?
Yes, Alfred. I call from Calverton.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, let's just say, first of all, what I want for let people understand is when it comes to biblical terms, in terms of Israel, right, these people who refer to Hamas, so they are not the Israelites, right? They migrate around the 1940s, something or so. So they are not the Israelites. So let people know that, right? And make them understand that the Israelites, according to biblical terms, they are the so-called Africans. They are the true biblical Israelites of the Bible, the bloodline.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. We don't get much time inside. We don't even get time inside the program. So please, when you call, please stay under 1 minute. Let me try for wrap up the first segment of the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Well, Ivan, Mr. Amara with Melvin. Una thank you.
Good morning.
Tell me what will happen at the world. Let all the petrol price don't go up soon at the world. With the big, yeah, let the government price because then in the talk say when price go up, when the price can't come back, we put and on the same thing. But now we don't pass 6 months when the price don't go down. Now the world market, say to the end, the price they go down. Say to the world market. We are with the daily government and people they suffer and transport everything. People, thank you very much.
All right, 079-994-993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Zena Friday again, and we'll give you the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Bakar from Phoenix.
Bakar, go ahead, 1 minute.
I just talk small with the fears. Normally, when you see the war between Israel or Iran or America, they say the fear will be like for 2 months. They give the people accept for the thing go up. we did that kind of price. But if the fear allow them to do all the side, I think I get all the rights because I mean, one poor country, one suffer a country with the struggle. If we suffer per se, then they suffer back per se, it's a big problem.
All right.
And we don't know anything before, and we struggle too much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. You've been so understanding this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How sleep?
We sleep fine. You name inside the call for?
Fine. Mina Junior, the call from Waterloo.
Yes, go ahead, 1 minute.
Fine. About this business really happen in this country. We government ready for a sphere. The next year they catch a hit. It's an instant. If we check this, this is almost a year go. It don't pass treated. And this not good for a country. We all outside the fear the candle. Who say not for the reason they fear for the candle. And all the add to economy will be say this they get to the suffer. So now I don't add to them today. So we add to government for say we fear the big good also. We add really big so that they will put the fear down for we. You know we want people to do their pay.
All right, thank you very much. Sylvanos Blake on Facebook, they say, thank you guys for the conversation. I have a problem with the Nigerian leadership, the inability to manage the killings, banditry, and kidnappings. That's the rampant insecurity has made that once powerful African nation a shadow of itself. Abuloko, good morning.
Good morning, Usman Mara.
Yes, Abuloko, go ahead. You got 1 minute.
Yeah, good morning, Melvin.
Good morning.
Melvin, may God bless you. You know, you're always on track. And fear, the enemy could do well. And the petrol, it forget control. So we all go to patrol. So I tell the Guinean president, thank you, for maintain what in country gets. And with the beg, we country now the same thing, which we get for make use of them. We not for make people and they can and carry and go. More they try, we extract and our own country. And the fear, just like what Melvin they say, and my Abu in your area now one day. So there we beg government, as fear they go down, we also we beg for make it go down. So we all go to do well. So once we are telling our plenty thank you for coming up with this program, at least for benefit the people of this country. So I'm out the voice from Central One Media. May God bless you now.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take just one more call and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Yes, Mara, good morning.
Yeah, Malaika, good morning.
God bless you, sir. So the program indicated this morning, of course, both of you are at the level of praise that they do well. Now, two, I don't know, head to head. But all the same, we talk about...
That's many sound station, head to head. Today, me and Melvin go head to head.
Yes, sir. No, but if we talk about, I don't know if I figures, whether by political geopolitics, like how maybe they talk or...
Hey, Malaika, you dispute them, you self-dispute them.
When I say that most powerful, sometimes we can look at the economy. Because for the biggest economy, we'll get now West Africa and Nigeria, followed by Ghana, then Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire, how you call them, Burkina Faso, respectively. So I don't know inside this one.
Let me do the let me do no more just casual ranking.
Malaka, you don't make this man well done.
All right, you don't take any more call inside the program. Melvin, person say you know sabi for talk Joblo Jabla, except the one we talk about say Caldinero, LG the rap pass Caldinero.
I say LG gets game past cow now away.
All right, but let me just respond to the callers then very quickly.
I'm going to tell them thank you. Few themes will resonate. I think say we're all in agreement that waiting Guinea do with them gold that if it be processed and refined before it exported, other countries now West Africa need that. Also the common view now that Sierra Leoneans believe say once the world price of fuel go down, if I go down and myself want to join other advocates and campaigners and the ordinary citizens of Sierra Leone for call on the government by crook or hook for put the fuel price down. For once, I want to argue my brother, but we're not getting enough time. That narration, we say the psalmist say, "He that keepeth Israel." That is a Judeo evangelical narration. By the way, I don't want for going to religion. You know, most book na the Bible where them pull. That is just the narration where they give you what we see. All right, but again, somebody talk, and there is a difference between Zionism and Judaism. Many people in it feel like, oh, the one with the Bible they mention, Naim with the Bible talk about. There is a vast difference. I think Madi don't do several shows talking about the difference between anti-Semitism and Judaism and Zionism. They are all different concepts, but we spend time and we're scholars, them religious scholars, philosophers, where they will come on that. For me, the narration where they say, "Hey, oh, small as they tell you, hey, Israel na God in nation, na God in nation. He Sierra Leone na creator. That's it, son." That is just an aside. Not long left than the God and our God of justice. What Israel has done, what Israel they do now injustice. God not support injustice. No, they not use God for justify people wrong because of waiting we don't read over thousands of years ago.
The land in the Middle East, you think it was promised by God?
That is subjected to argument.
You believe that they say it was promised to them by
I read all religious texts. That is subjected to argument. You have contrary arguments to that. The man and not even get Bible say they were promised by God. You other text they will say the different thing. So if not the Bible number you read, that is good for you.
All right.
From if you are a Christian, but I encourage you if you are a Christian, read the Bible in tandem with other religious texts.
All right.
And understand. And by the way, people like talk God. Somebody go surprise say some of the people in Israel don't even believe in Jesus. You are evangelical. They don't believe in Jesus.
Well, most Israelis are not Christians. So
the God way since you talk as a Christian God, it might be different. Let me understand that. But I'm not saying this is about religion. This is about morality and conscience. Absolutely. And what do you mean no? Okay. The God of the Quran, the God of the Bible, the God of the Torah, the God of all these books is a just God. God supports injustice. What Israel is perpetuating in the Middle East is an injustice. The land where they should not occupy and go occupy the land.
Waiting also Guineans that they do not young guys injustice.
Of course.
Okay, look, thank you so much, Melvin, for helping me give you the biggest international stories of the week. Like I said, this will get head to head inside the program.
And by the way, you survey the people that say for Gideon is also.
No, I say now we just do a random list for can't Stephen and
what benchmarks?
But I don't explain the benchmark.
No, one you say economic.
The economy and leadership.
Well, if not economy, well, then the other one, boku.
All right, thank you so much, Melvin. Up next, we will get sports, entertainment, and business news, plus the review of the biggest local stories of the week with Reginald Sawyer. Until next week, my name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Have a blessed weekend, and bye-bye for now.
To capture the attention of customers, we focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
Welcome to Bees and Echo News with Marion Precious. George. In
inside today's edition of the Biz and Eco News, the U.S. government don't sign $725 million conditional loan commitment with Energy Fuels and self-open new tab as well for boost domestic processing of rare earth elements as part of them efforts for reduced reliance on China. Energy Fuels, which specialize in uranium production, will expand in operation into rare earth separation and metallization, were crucial for the production of permanent magnets, and this now according to the U.S. Department of War Office of Strategic Capital. The company increased production of rare earth oxidize as they say they go directly support permanent magnet facility them across broader U.S. industrial base and self-improve supply chain for other specialty defense and industrial products them. Last year, country them including U.S. step up investment in real earth mining and processing following China move for control export of rare earth magnets. The magnets here can be used for make motor in electric vehicle, wind turbine, hard disk drive, and medical device them like MRI machine. Salon don't set in sight on dramatic expansion of bauxite production, targeting an increase from the current 1 to 2 million tons annually to 15 million tons by 2031 under the newly launched national strategy for critical mineral them. The 5-year blueprint, where the Ministry for Mines and Mineral Resources and the National Mineral Agency put together, identify bauxite as mineral with major commercial and strategic value, with major deposits spread across Moyamba, Potloko, Pujeung, Karine, and Koinaduguri districts them. According to the strategy, 3 large-scale mining companies them already they operate commercial bauxite mines with plan for further expansion, positioning the country for capitalize on growing global demand for aluminium driven by construction, transport, electrification, and renewable energy infrastructure. It also highlights one new competitive edge for mining national them were capable of integrating clean energy into production, as them say renewable energy powered aluminium production they emerge as competitive advantage. The targeted scale up will generate between 200 million United States dollar and 350 million United States dollar annually for raw bauxite export, which will meaningfully boost government revenue and export earnings. Beyond bauxite, the plan outlined major growth opportunity in other mineral them. Rutile production projected for rise from the current 100,000 to 200,000 tons to as much as 500,000 tons annually, with an estimated value of 200 to 500 million United States dollar. Iron ore remained the country's largest mineral prospect, with potential production of 25 to 40 million tons every year and an estimated value of 3 to 6 billion United States dollar at current market price. The early Chinese backers of AI startup Manos, they plan for buy the company back from Meta and self-door open new tab at the $2 billion prize where the Facebook parents pay. The information will come out Thursday, cites 2 people with direct knowledge of the matter. The move come months after China ordered Meta for unwinding accusation of Manos in the middle of Beijing targeting scrutiny of U.S. investment in Chinese startup developing advanced AI technology them. Ali invested them in Manos, including HSG, Zenfund, and Tencent. They partake in the buyback, and that's the HSG and Zenfund consider using fresh capital for acquire Meta position in the startup. The move for reverse the deal happened because Manos don't grow significantly after the Meta deal. The firm yearly revenue run rate don't increase to between $400 million and $500 million as of recent weeks, up to $100 million where Meta acquire Meta inside December by Singapore-based Manos, where develop AI agents where they independently carry out tasks without human input, as well for boosting your work on agentic AI. China will soon launch one review into whether the deal violates investment rule. Now all this we get for you today inside the Biz and Echo News. Mina Marion Precious George.
right, hello, good morning and welcome to Sport Update inside the Epic Morning Show. Inside Sport Update this morning, Man City don't agree a fee with Nottingham Forest with up to £130 million for sign Elliot Henderson. Now, the England midfielder set now for undergo medical ahead of completing a move to Etihad Stadium. Gonzalo Plata has been scored. We come out from behind for help Ecuador as they beat Germany by 2-1 inside the final group game for qualify for the round of 32 in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Also inside Sport Update this morning, Montenegro First Division side winner FK Arsenal don't officially secure the signing of former mighty Blackpool and Bo Rangers defender winner Santigi Cisse, with plenty people can call Santos, from in previous club winner OFK Jabaj. And also Abdul Bangura been claimed the man of the match as Slifa been beat FC Cologne by 3-0 na the approved school playing field. Manchester United outcast goalkeeper Andy Onana set for left for joint Transaspor again on a loan as new verbal agreement already don't be completed. And finally, Rafinha is currently bankrupt and he face financial problem because Rafinha in Papa will been keep 80% of the player in right and career earning throughout in career while he be on hiding situation from the player. Rafinha recently discovered that Danny they happen where he try for buy a mansion within wealth and he realize say he not get the amount of money where he believe say he forget. So in Papa don't run away with him money. There is no place right now for me than see in Papa, and currently the player has been declared bankrupt. That's all in the Sports Update basket. Many thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombeba, lamba doba, lamba de la deba, tila loba, la doba, tila la. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and said, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings.
Guinness in Untem and do go clean. Hello, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show review segment, media review segment, and today happen for Friday 26 June 2026. And we can review the biggest national stories of the week inside the country, Sierra Leone. Remember, so you listen to me on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We say today on Choice FM for the one that we're in at the eastern part of the country's capital, Freetown, and also we live now Pujon District, the southern region on Zimi Radio on 107.5. We did live on YouTube, we did live on Facebook, we did live on the website on www.myepiconline.com, and Seth they live on the World Radio app with Radio Garden. May they bring the program to you this morning. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. And today, I'm fortunate to get the Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chelno Ba, and also the expert Alphonsus B.M. Bani, the Executive Director for Human Rights Defenders Network Salon. But for the meantime, we don't be joined in the studios by the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Wena Chelno Ba. Good morning, Honorable Minister. It's a pleasure for getting at the program.
Good morning. Always a pleasure for the Nile.
Is it safe to say it's been a while?
I think so, yeah. I just recall say don't take at least a couple of months to get the privilege.
Yes, we're very much pleased, like I say, for getting at the program. We're very much pleased for getting at the program this morning. Now, we get a lot. Let's just introduce the topics that they can discuss this morning, and then we go basically take them from that point. They'll just go through the various topics. And so the Ministry of Information and Civic Education will hold the Civic Day inside London, and also the Presidential Town Hall will for happen this coming Tuesday in McKinney, and also we go look at the there's been this issue we get to do with this Aminata Field Station. We don't see, some statement being made by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, when Honorable Tawa Conte, where we go ask the Minister as well for response on it. And it's almost like 3 years now or so where the Minister don't assume that particular office they as well. They go say waiting and some of the things that we don't do. I don't know, I think one will take a flip. Let's start from the recent one we get for do between you and the Ministry of Information, where the Minister and that of the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. So there has been this deep disagreement or misunderstanding. The Deputy Speaker openly criticized the agreement, and he questioned how he reached Parliament, and he also questioned government government communicators, including the Information Ministry, as he defend the proposal, and he also sought for make them correct the view. As he been tagged as one, we get to do something like misinformation, and also he been talk about the differing interpretation, where he said don't create the impression that there is a rift between Parliament and the executive over the Aminata and Sons deal. Now, the Ministry of Information, we don't put out a position, by the way, on this particular issue, as then we don't defend the proposed agreement, and also we don't state that not a tax waiver or a giveaway, but rather a deferred payment mechanism. We intend for encourage investments in the petroleum storage infrastructure, and also government officials them don't argue that some public commentary there don't be misrepresented on the details of this particular agreement. Mr. Minister, let's start with Danny quickly. Forget your response we've had from the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, where eventually happened for be the chairperson of the Public Account Committee as well in Parliament. Let's get your response on this.
So thank you very much. I think it's important for state that this night conversation about the concession agreement, and this is not very normal. Basically, the Minister of Trade will go London. He mentioned, say, as part of the effort for attract foreign investment in a salon, for work with companies that we there, for supports them, for let them expand operations now. Government can go into this concession agreement, where they say, okay, we'll give you this relief for a period of time, so that you go eventually put more money, hire more people, make more profits, and pay back. So I just want everyone to understand, say, the government of Sierra Leone, through cabinet, being review multiple of their agreements now.
Okay.
And on the Aminata agreement, we become a striking issue. Famble them for no two things. One, it goes subcommittee in a cabinet where the Honorable Vice President now in the chair subcommittee being subjected to all the rigors.
Procedures.
Yes, and the way concession they work, the company go apply, Ministry of Finance they review, then go pull boku thing where the company asks for, then say, okay, this one we're able for live with this. They go back to Ministry of Trade, then finalize them, then get the necessary concurrences, then go subcommittee. We all review on a cabinet subcommittee. And then after it goes subcommittee, they come back to the main cabinet. And then in the main cabinet, the Excellency, the President, now in no more the chairman cabinet, just His Excellency. So the review arm is incredibly thorough. They go through, look everything. I think now also the Parliament's then job for scrutinize these agreements. Now also the Parliament's then job for review these agreements and for make a determination. I think the only thing we maybe slightly maybe not being called for was that instead of using the platform in Parliament for review and subject the bill to the necessary scrutiny, we don't see an instance where at least one honorable member go on air, and I think he makes some statement then we, as the spokesperson for the government of Sierra Leone, and especially for my colleagues in our cabinet, I think say maybe not being reached the standard we're supposed to reach.
When you say one honorable member, people ain't going for no
Honorable
that.
Tawa, for example.
Okay.
I think one of the things that we say is now one station is say, well, it's possible to say we don't mislead the president or they read everything. You cannot make then kind of statement and they I know saying that a job for review, and he has an absolute right for do that. But when he left that job there and now go into sometimes the kind of innuendo where we see or begin for question the integrity and the patriotism of the entirety of cabinet for suggest say somehow that people then seek for mislead the president. I think they not reach the standard one or say the Honorable Tawa contain himself they set for public debate in this country. But as I say, our brother, his right to call for, ask questions and things like that. And we confident say, and as the public don't see, when the review of anything we don't go through cabinet, when the public actually move away from the plenty stunning misinformation with many people let me put out, I think they even threw out a number about $30 million. It was all made up, completely out of thin air. This is a simple, straightforward agreement. We say, because you don't take loan, because you don't demonstrate, say you want to expand your production as a loan, you want to expand your storage, you want to do all this. We don't do this with multiple other companies. We give you a window of 3 years. We're not for say they pay tax, so we they suspend so that you will use that money there for invest at the end of the 3 years. You pay back all that tax there, and then because you are now bigger, you make more profits, you get bigger storage, you don't hire more people. The government is actually making an investment in that company there by saying we're going to get more out of you. You will now pay higher profits in the future. You will now hire more
After
people
the 3 years.
After that 3 years. It's just a suspension. Now, Parliament get the right for scrutinize that agreement. Say Parliament get the right for disagree. The only question, I think a lot of my colleagues then find, as I say, not up to the standard we all want for set for public debates and public discourse. Now for left the substance for begin suggest say other person or them the part maybe not read and find. How can you say that about His Excellency and the First Gentleman? He's one of the most thorough people, not the custom. And you get people the way they review with them, they go through, and as I say, go through the scrutiny of cabinet. You know, means say cabinet always right. We can get things wrong, and parliaments get reserve that rights there. Another clarification in the number I think important for the public know, and we understand and we believe say once the public and even parliament get to the substance of this agreement and all the other concession agreement, then they go understand the reasoning, the thinking behind it, and then go come to the same conclusion with the Minister of Trade Council, with the Minister of Finance Council, with the Cabinet Council, that this is good for the economic future of our country. It's similar to what's been done in other countries. If you take big companies like even SpaceX today, or other companies in the US, Microsoft and all over the years, if you want to let that company they grow, government they provide certain incentives and reliefs, especially if the company don't demonstrate, say, hey, you get a capacity and get a plan for expand. So you provide some relief for a period, 1-2 years, so that they go double their money what they make, and then you get even more. So then they pay back with interest, by the way, and then they go expand. So it's you believe say it's a good deal.
I think that good that you
welcome the debate.
Make and clear now. Let's come to business proper. We start up with the London Civic Day. Where you being you together with the Vice President, the second gentleman, and also few ministers have been there. In fact, that was one of the most talked about thing this week. Usai the Vice President talk about commodities. I see a video going viral that certain items that were very cheaper in Salonia as compared to other countries. And it creates room for debate, by the way. But we'll come to the Vice President in statement. What was the idea behind this Civic Day series? Because a lot of people, when they look at them, that it's more like a misplaced priority, or sorry for waste money as well. Look answer that first quickly.
So Civic is about citizenship, and the Civic Day is about celebration of citizenship. So it's about the way we don't do public discourse and information as alone. Now, not for let not be unidirectional. Say, hey, not to one person no more they share. Government they been just they give you all the information. Citizens now being get enough platforms for engage. What we do with the Civic Day series is we go across the country and now across the world, wherever Sierra Leoneans are. We bring top level government leaders. We provide an account of what in government they do. We provide a platform for we debate and exchange ideas, and for let citizens ask questions, critical and otherwise, about how the governments they work, the question they wouldn't get, things they wouldn't want to do more, things they want to change, and all of that. So we don't do in the US, incredible success. So many people the desire, the substance. It was headlined by no less a person than the Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. David Senga. But we'll get a panel. We'll include the AG Minister, Finance Minister. Everybody was there. Health, everybody was there. It was really great. And it was at the back of Wogo UN General Assembly. Exactly. Yeah. So typically what we do, our vision and our plan is, look, it will still be worth it if we write a whole budget and ask government for pay for we let all ministers go for Civic Day in London. But we need to do that. Would they say, would they only do it at a time when people then they go anyway for something else? They would add the Civic Day to it. So instead of we go, so basically, would they double the impact of the money we then they spend anyway? So let's say we go no more for go attend one day, one business conference, or VP be go attend 1-2 day conference. We add 1 day at the front end. So the day we arrive, VP, that in fact another very day the VP arrive, we want to do a town hall with all the Sierra Leoneans, like address the issues we didn't care about. And so in the UK, VP invites me for go join them for that diaspora investments conference. I don't see anybody talk about saying a waste of money with minister then can attend conference, World Bank, IMF. I don't see that. But again, we add zero to that cost, but they get 50 times the reward. So it just tells you that because a lot of people are not able to focus on the substance, and I tell you, it's because they cannot, because the substance was overwhelmingly positive. So then they pick red herrings. So when you look at what happened in London, we advertised in less than 2 weeks. Over 500 Sierra Leoneans then show up.
And they register within London?
Yes. Wow. And they showed up. The hall was packed. It was at the Westminster Chapel.
Do we have any non-Sierra Leoneans in the hall as well?
Yes, including the ambassador of the UK to Sierra Leone, the High Commissioner Bindede.
Yeah.
But all our friends of Sierra Leone, people that we don't do business now. Yeah? Then listen to the VP talk for about 20 minutes in the opening, and then we get all the ministers that will be get trade, finance, lands, the Peace Commission person, health being there as well. So we had a panel, and then they talk on various issues that people didn't care about. Land, for example, almost everybody who care about their land, how land business they work, and they were shocked at the level of reforms would happen, the level of transparency. Then hear a live testimony from TAF about how the transparency in Sierra Leone is unprecedented. Health, the reduction in maternal mortality, the investments in primary healthcare in the country, the investments in hospitals and infrastructure. The VP handled the question of energy transition, how we don't move from basically 16% energy to now we're over 30-something%, but the vision in the next few years by 2030 to get to 78% all erupted. They were shocked at the, not to propaganda, this is now actual fact where government they present on. These are Sierra Leoneans. They spend a lot of money. Then total contribution to Sierra Leone as an aggregate of diaspora is more than development aid. Most of them they vote. Most of them they on blogs and platforms and they influence this country. If we spend $1 million for do that event, it will be worth it. But we spend almost zero, nothing.
When you say almost, you get the figure there out here?
From the ministry, the Ministry of Information spend less than $5,000.
Which is
Danny know
millions.
even do one post. Now you do the math. I really go and I know crack me
but
this
it's
morning.
about $5,000. That is for the London Civic Day.
Imagine, Danny not even do for buy one person ticket. If Epic do one small event na yeah, when they spend past $5,000, we do something for the entire diaspora. Run all across the VPP for the venue. We cost about 20,000, so important for I acknowledge that. But that's the VP 9P for that. And then Sierra Leoneans, the number of texts, messages that I don't get of people that we say we don't give up on Sierra Leone. Number of texts we say we'll be subject to so much misinformation. You don't change your mind about the country. We tell una thank you. Canada don't call me and say please una Canada. So then they do when I ask, well, bad news, fake news. The positive response we don't get when you engage. If we spend $1 million, it will be worth it. It will be absolutely worth it because they put a price on engagement of this nature because the reward, if only 3 people in that all decide for can invest in a salon, because of that, the return on that investment will be overwhelming. So anybody will talk, oh, no, waste of priorities. That person there entitled to that opinion, but that opinion there in no measure with the reality of people and desire. I don't know people and desire. In 2 weeks we advertise the whole flopping 30 days. So people they say, I wish I've been there. That's Sierra Leoneans' desire. And the goal of a government now for bridge that gap, for fill that desire for people for interact and get access to information, when are one of the singular most important pillars of a democracy.
Mr. Minister, we get of course this civic day, even locally or nationally, I don't go to different districts and all, so I can get maybe Tonkolili Civic Day, Kaine, etc. And that has been going on for the past couple of years now, I would say, and all. Have you really, I don't really see the impact on the engagement then there, and compare, because when you make investment, for example, you foresee value for money, as the president be say. You think in all of them things and we don't get value for the money where don't they be invested into then different civic they will get now in different districts then.
If Kamakwe youth man then jump on a street for because of misinformation, then spoil the markets them picking and not go school for one green day, the cost of that will go into almost $1 million. Just na Kamakwe. If the country, like outside they been they happen, IGR actually are getting a lot of credit. They did a study. They do this study where they want to measure the cost of instability. Remember, say between 2000 and 2003, at least 10-15 days where some of we brother and sister then they sit down at the capital in Europe or America and say today no go school, not so. They say today transports not for Apple, not so. They say today then they shut the country down. When they did that, the cost on the economy on a daily basis, the one grain holiday VPP determined the other day say it cost the country over $6 million in lost revenue. Just one grain day. if we lock the country. $6 million. Now you do civic days, you expand, you go London, you spend total less than 30,000. People they say, oh, the value. If one grain misinformed person, just one misinformed person, spread misinformation, and then people do not get access for that right information, they've never interacted and engaged with government and see the people in that way, and then they react, and then cause one small carnage, or then go protest some side, violence happen. What's going to be the cost of that violence there? So my first answer to that question is, just last week, Peace Index come out. Salona, the second most peaceful country in West Africa, the most peaceful country in our subcontinent, the Mana River Union, one of the most peaceful countries in Africa.
We acknowledge and we've been talking.
So,
what is it as a result of the civic day?
Absolutely a massive contributing factor. The fact say
almost
we don't bridge.
For that.
No, we're not. Look, we're not. Look. Yeah. Now, PISA study. Okay. This is actually I get a master's degree in one of the top peace institutions in the world.
No, wait till they say.
And I would say, for let peace happen, you know, they place a value on that.
Okay.
For let peace happen, you need for citizens for get access to information, for engage, for feel like the democracy is a part of them. The reason why I make it for go any civic day sometimes, all man they show up, the chief, the councillor, the young man, we then come because they want it. And then they ask questions. Sometimes we take up to 50 questions. I can carry you live sometimes. 50. Chief, young man, young boy, young girl, old pa. I don't see you don't bust cry on a stage. You see, I'm not being feel say this day go come with me as an ordinary citizen. And they sit down minister, they not can campaign, then can for can konani to me. And I ask them question. You know the power of that in a democracy? You know the power of that? What in the end they do for bring the tension down? We tell them, say, actually, they don't have bridge on the concern, but look the project, we don't sign them. It will take another 6 months before it happen. Down a road. Before they not get that information, there's somebody they sit on some side, tell them, say, government not care about you now. I make where you feel like government doesn't care about you, then you're removed. And when you're removed, what happens? You know, a tool that can be used for spread. Now that makes since we can these people will be around the misinformation campaigns, we don't remove the microphone from them. There's not been a single day where they go sit down and tell us, "Oh, no, go to school now." They have tried, but they have failed spectacularly because people have access to the information. They have access to the people within our government. We will meet them outside and day. We get different channels where they engage them. His Excellency, the President himself, they engage them. Now we go meet them at their own city, at their own capital. This year we go Europe. We go hospital in Brussels. We just come to London. Huge success. Or we go hunger as well. We don't waste that hunger. We do one as well at the New York area. We don't do one at the DMV area. Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, and I would do last year. This year, we will do one at the UN. So, if the accusation, now that this is the most engaged government in the history of the country, we plead absolutely guilty to that accusation. We've created more platforms for citizens to interact with the government directly, and at the original idea than for democracy. Now be a public square, people be meet in the marketplace, the governed and the ordinary people, and they discuss and interact. We and any person be once. That's what we're doing.
Mr. Minister, you mind for share almost in average almost the cost the Ministry of Information for do one civic day?
500,000
in average. 500,000 in what? In the millions.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, I want to come to the presidential town hall as the next topic we'll discuss. This is going to be the third, I stand to be corrected, the third edition of the presidential town hall meeting. The first one was held on the 27th of June 2024.
Oh, good research.
Yes, now the Bintumani International Conference Center. And then we get the second one on the 17th June 2025, now Kenema City Hall. The first one, the president, the inaugural edition, the president was the individual way being the over, and also I take over how many hundreds of questions from citizens. And
we had 800 questions.
Yes, and there was a headline in that particular one where a woman be say, well, allow me to talk, then it go very viral.
Yes.
And then we get the third one, the second one, the chief minister had to step in for the president in Kenema. And on the third one is going to be on the 30th of June, the public square na Makeni. This is going to be the third, and all don't be within the month of June. By the way, let's come to this presidential town hall, the third one. We're waiting on the push now for the do this every year in year out.
The presidential town hall and the initiative of the ministry with the directive of His Excellency the President. The idea is simple. Once a year, at the minimum, the president is on a public square and talk to citizens and answer them questions directly about his stewardship. Keep in mind, the president already does that. You go to the people and representative in a parliament in a very formalized setting and present the State of the Union address, right? State of the Nation address. They do that. But in this era of civic engagement and in the democracy where President Biodon lay the foundation for this country, he said, that ain't not enough. We want for also let talk. Just like a papa, they talk to him, picking them. In simple, direct, informal terms. In a language where most of the people only understand. And now, in the headquarter towns outside of the capital. So first we start in Freetown. It was very, very successful, including the episode where all man like for talk what we talk up in Tumani. But there was so much news that was made in Tumani. First is that culture that we're building. And secondly, the openness of it, the fact say they continue for Duam. And people then get so many headlines, so many information out of it. We ministry page alone are the highest hit to ever get who stand there. So citizens, yes, citizens actually care. And when you talk about cost, again, if one shooting happen now, you and Gukana then go spend $1 billion for stop war. So every time you do a peace building and conflict prevention, people then think, oh, cost, because they don't understand that if you don't prevent. Now make I say, we suppose for this spend. Look, by the way, now miracle with the work at the ministry with the amount of money we spend on this. It's an absolute miracle.
In other words, I
don't live in other institutions. If you organize one day event with 15 people, we do a new book fields, been to money, this, me no say the budgets. Anybody at the challenge there, it pass with what they do for spend a civic day. But we they do them at a national level. Would they bring ministers? Would they reduce the cost so much? My team, they always vex for me. Would they cut everything down that will not need for spend? Would they ask so much in kind? I get people who they support me with printing. I get people who they support me with motoka. I get people begging. Because we want to do this for the people of our country. But I tell you, long term, this country will get to the point where we need to spend on civic education and engagement because it's a very important investment in peace and stability. So yes, the civic day in Makeni, now the president in commitment that as the head of state.
The presidential town hall.
Yes, the presidential town hall, thank you. Now the president in commitment say that once a year, it meeting citizens them. Minimum. Take questions. Right now, we don't get hundreds of questions on come up from all over the country with a compiler.
There's a portal where people can send in questions.
Yes. In fact, this morning, we share the portal again. So we get multiple platforms. You can do it online. You can do it on our Facebook page, WhatsApp. You can do it through the 818 toll-free line. It's free on all the lines. Just text 818 your question for the president. We team the compiler. Obviously, we're not going to ask the question. The president 800 questions inside 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours. We cannot do that. What will they do? Will they put them because a lot of questions now in similar, right? Groups.
They put them imagine.
Yeah, like you go do no more if you produce a show, right? Like you had many questions, but you compile them. If even you be the host, the president, you're not going to ask all.
Yeah.
So what will they do? And again, the point where we try for do not follow get value for the people of this country. So the essence of it, not to set trap for the president, not to examine the president, they go sit. The president, they go forget a substantive conversation. So yes, he'll be prepared. Yes, he will know the themes. Yes, he will know the topics. But he's going to speak from his heart. He's going to talk to the people. And that's the focus. That people will see their leader and hear from their leader in a way that they not hear from him for almost a year or two, directly from him. And he will address various issues and various topics. And you will hear ordinary citizens their voice. You will also get ordinary citizens and ask questions. I want to make one thing clear. Sometimes journalists say, oh, you sit down, we know they ask questions. Typically, the press conference is for the press.
The
town halls.
The weekly.
Exactly. Town halls is for ordinary citizens who otherwise not go get access to. So the a purpose of a town hall normally now for let His Excellency or the leadership get direct link with citizens for let the exchange. Whereas a press conference, now you can go press conference if you notice, we ordinary person say so one can ask question, they say no. The priority now for journalists who don't journalist question, now they go. It's the same thing that happens at town halls. So in London, for example, one journalist complains, say, "We don't give journalists a chance." I say, "You're not journalist. Even now, you talk to me. You can ask me a question. I'm ready for do an interview with you right after the same question we were asked. Me, like the spokesman for government, but we wanted ordinary Londoners, ordinary British Sierra Leoneans, for letting them get the opportunity that they will otherwise never have. And somebody come up to me and say, I don't did in England 40 years. I don't ever imagine say they go come. The vice president, minister, then go Canada for T2, the respect who deserve, the investment who they make, the interest who gets, the connection who get in that country. We're doing it.
How much ministry president get on stage with the people of Makini?
Minimum of 90 minutes.
90 minutes, that's 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yes.
And all. But again, one concern has been the person where they moderate the civic day. Plenty of people say, I mean, you being the minister, asking the question might not be tempted for ask the question. Maybe, some very hard thoughts and questions them out there. Feel like the questions they would have been sent to the president, who don't see them and all of those other things.
Yes.
And don't decide that if I don't be an independent something as well.
No.
So I'm sure you don't about that concern. I remember the first one is why would I knock out extra person, an independent person for camp? So let's have a conversation on that one as well.
If you don't follow town halls around the world, you can get different models. And as I said, this is not an exam. The presidents, in fact, now the first presidents who I don't remember in a salon, where they go to studio then go sit down for the journalists they interview. So different outcome, different conversation. Journalists go ask questions. Journalists typically in role, you want to make news, right? You want to get maybe set some tough questions. This town halls now more for engage and for ask and facilitate. My job as the Minister of Information is to facilitate that and to also make sure people actually get access to information. Not to for trick the president, not to for trap the president, no. It's that people can get the information they need. So yes, we collect the questions in advance. Some of the questions go in at the room. Yes, the president will know. These are the themes, the topics we'll get for cover.
Wait till they talk about this year. Now the theme?
The theme for the town hall is a year of action. A promised action.
Yeah.
And so
decisive action.
And they cover a wide range of actions. So they look at the economy. They look at the big five. They look at in global leadership, ECOWAS, and waiting they happen with international affairs. They look at gender and women's rights issues. They look at drugs, the transnational challenges and concerns where people then get a wide range of issues, and all would they decide that based on questions we don't come in. So people can say, look, when you pay attention to the substance and you watch, if you watch for get information, you will get. If you watch, we don't for watch, then they say, I'm not glad when I see my host. You go get that outcome there. But if you pay attention to the substance and know, say, me own job, me statutory job where I take an oath for now for let people get access to information. And all I try for do now for facilitate that. And by the way, I'm very trained at that. I'm extremely trained. I don't do this for many, many years. I don't facilitate these kinds of conversations all over the world. I don't do it with the UN Secretary General. I don't do it with world leaders. I don't host presidents there across the world, not the UN, multiple platforms around the world. And so we also get the privilege and the advantage in our salon. We get us in government. We actually also get the ability for also do that. So why now say, oh no, not do it because we want? We not exclude the possibility of the president talking to journalists. Just then this year I do. I think Aisha Sisebi host for fireside conversation. That's a different outcome. That's a different conversation. And it's possible as well. We own, ministry they organize, ministry they host, but we committed to public information and public discourse. We don't demonstrate that in 3 years now. And people, will ever say 10 days receiver before ask this question, we not ask because of that position. I will.
I'll come back to you, continue the between him now, because Honorable Chairman Obani, the Minister of Information and Civic Education. We're supposed to forget Alphonsus Bani, but we not see him. But we'll take this report quickly. So I the Deputy Minister for Health. One, don't call on the health partners for align them investment with the country ambition for achieve universal health coverage. Professor Dr. Charles Senesi said this. We will talk inside one event where Marie Stopes Salon organized as we for celebrate them 40th anniversary in the country. The celebration happened alongside the opening of the institution. The new Lamina Sanko Street Modern Facility Center will happen on Thursday, 25th June this year. Marion Precious George will witness the ceremony and put this report together.
From where they formed the institution inside 1986, Marie Stopes Salon don't build one of the country's most enduring health legacy, introducing the first mobile outreach team for reach women them up country and stand firm through the war na the country, Ebola, and the global COVID pandemic. For 40 years, the organization don't serve hundreds of thousands of clients them every year, delivering family planning, maternal health service, and adolescent-focused program across all the region then na the country. The opening of the Lamina Sanko Street branch now one bold investment in the future of healthcare delivery na the country, as the modern facility come with comprehensive range of service them under one roof. Mohamed Kabar, now the country director for Marie Stopes Salon, where he be the talk, he said the new state-of-the-art center now a proof that the people of Salon deserve world-class health care and that them not go stop for bill until every woman, girl, pikin, and family them able access them health care service them.
Our 40 years, we are here for 40 years now, and we really want to make sure we continue with that. So thank you to you all, and I truly, appreciate, you guys being here in setting this landmark, for us to see this kind of center of excellence that we are trying to do, and I hope with all of our support we can make sure we continue to do that in this county.
Inside your own talk, the director for NGO Affairs na the Ministry for Planning and Economic Development, Eric Masali, say Marie Stopes na one of the country leading international non-governmental organization we don't contribute greatly to the health system na the country, where he say don't help the government actualize critical pillar na the medium-term national development plan.
And that is pillar 2 that speaks to human capital development. And for that we say a big thank you to Marie Stopes. If today we are proud to say the principle of localization is at play, then we give kudos to Marie Stopes, because as an international organization we can proudly say that all your staff, 100% of their staff are nationals, and a clear testament is seen as national, as Sierra Leonean, serving as the country director. Thank you very much, Marie Stopes.
The director for NGO Affairs na Moped, Eric Masali, say Marie Stopes don't also contribute to the reduction of maternal death, infant mortality, and education where people need but family planning and boku other one them. Inside in own talk, the Deputy Minister for Health 1, Professor Dr. Charles Senesi, sharing experience with Marie Stopes Salon way back inside 1994, where in Nabi student.
I think that was 1994. I used to run mobile clinics all over Sierra Leone, and Marie Stopes used to support me with outreach clinics. By then, I think Mrs. Wachukin King was the director of programs, and Marie Stopes was one of the really organizations that followed me right across the country, from Tumbo to Moyamba to Port Loko, you name it. And I was very impressed as a student, medical student. They were reaching out to all to support all to Dr. Muriel Harris at that point, and so I followed them right through the journey, and I'm really proud that they are 40 years of existence. So on behalf of the Minister of Health, we're extremely proud of you, and we continue to support you.
Professor Dr. Charles Senesi continues to say for 40 years, the organization don't they complement the work where the ministry they do show, and this now one way say them appreciate.
For 40 years, you have been a trusted partner in advancing sexual and reproductive health right across our country. Through your clinics, outreach programs, community engagement, youth-friendly services, family planning initiative, and maternal health intervention, your organization has helped thousands, if not millions, of women, men, adolescents, and families access quality healthcare services. And indeed, you have been very much complementary to what we are doing at the Ministry of Health, that 360 holistic response to healthcare delivery from conception to senior citizen. And you have been a part of a journey of that 78% drop in maternal mortality in Sierra Leone, because as a government, we cannot do it alone. Thank you, Mariso Jagimo, for your support.
The Deputy Minister for Health One end up say the anniversary provide opportunity for reflect on the remarkable contribution where Maristo Salondo make as way for improve reproductive health and expand access to health care, more so among underserved population, with them facilitate them across the country, as it is sexual and reproductive health important as way for achieve the country national development goal. For the Epic Morning Show, Marion Precious, George.
All right, we'll continue the program. Remember, say we still get the Minister of Information and Civic Education at the studio. Of course, on our channel, but we do tweet now the program. We review the biggest national stories of the week. And we also go go break open the phone line. But I'll take this message quickly. I'll ask you one question. If something happened to your business or your property today, how fast you go before you cover, and that make you get German insurance, where then sabi for make fast claim payment, so you will get back to your business without no stress. Plus a premium affordable, and it will work perfectly for you. All you just need for do now for call them on 088-220-137 or visit the office number 2 Adelaide Street na Freetown and get insured today. German insurance, then trustworthy and then a professional. And let's take this other one quickly from ROT. So you look for that natural tea where go refresh your body. You look for that natural tea where healthy and gentle for your digestion. You look for that natural tea will keep you for feel fresh all day. ROT has got you covered. ROT they make with 100, grown tea leaves where ensure say it will work perfectly and easy for your digestion. We don't get tea bag within every pack. You always get more for enjoy and safe for share. ROT natural freshness in every sip. It will be brought to you by Carel. And I look into our cafe. You look for that coffee, we go wake you up instantly. You look for that coffee, we get an aromatic taste and you go enjoy them at any time. Our cafe has got you covered. 100% pure, smooth, any aromatic, and it keep you active all day. Just add hot water into a bowl cup and it will fit perfectly into a beauty lifestyle. Our cafe stay energetic and stay active all day. Instead, we bought to by Pakael. And finally, as a parent, 20 degree picking for make it grow healthy and grow strong. Benimix is here. Remember, say Benimix, they make them from local grains. We pack with 14 essential vitamins. We go for the brain and the body. No cooking, no stress. You can enjoy them at any time. Just make sure say BFC there on the pack. Benimix, go strong and go smart. Keep sending your comments on Facebook. If you watch you on Facebook, we will read them comments and later we'll open the phone line very shortly for give the opportunity for make yourself ask questions or contribute on the things that we did discuss. Like I say, we also reach out to Alphonsus Bani, but unfortunately we not see him na the studio this morning. But our standing minister is here, and we go take with us we last topic, and then we definitely go open the phone line, and it has to be with of course the it's still out this June 24 we past 9 now be the time for remember we election in 2023, so that's just like 3 years into the second tenure of President Bio and all, and then we know so on the 10th of July 2023 then be appoint you as the Minister of Information. So we are still counting days to that one. We'll get for a look at that maybe in some other subsequent time. But let's maybe you want to give a preview in almost 3 years. how has things been going on for you, Mr. Minister?
For me as minister?
Yes, and then...
You know, thank you. I think it's the greatest honor of my life to serve my country. I think I consider myself as a public servant. We're passionate about Salone, and I try to do my best under very difficult circumstances. My ministry gets almost 0.1% of government budget, but I think we influence is massive across government. If you look at which we don't do and which we don't try to do for building infrastructure, we bring a new ministry, we don't build infrastructure, we don't move from 1 directorate to 5 directorates, we don't basically remove, as I say, microphone from the people who be spread misinformation. Government don't increase in public engagement. Citizens, they expect, say, anything happen now, they expect for it from the ministry because we're timely, we're reliable, and they don't say whatever we say to them is the absolute truth. They don't say this ministry, they go out of your way for mislead and lie, as some people they suggest, say, people in a position in the past, people maybe get questions about trust, and if you see this job now only for spin, are they out there publicly? Yesterday they asked me questions on Truth Media. I accept many things, and I continue to do that. Our job not to for hide the truth, not for engage, and for doing with substance. I don't keep me temperament. I think for the most part, we get clips of me going viral. We will see me posting the make plaba, or I don't lost my temper, or the other, and also for a lack of efforts on so many people in parts for try for rattle and push you off your game. But no, we for me, look, when I say Union, we all are Sierra Leoneans. We care about this country. We come at it from different perspectives. Even the people who they call, people who don't like we, people who they APC, they are Sierra Leoneans. And deep down, I know say waiting ultimately one are the best for the country. Even the one they ask for cost or lie, if you engage them, they are pleased that today they're able to engage. They're able to say they get access to information. They know that. But some people not in job for also ask the additional question. I'm an activist, so I understand that instinct, I make an effects. But when you bring them, you for accept. If you bring him, who say give small, we forget that simple conversation as long as nobody not be upset. So I think if you look at we record in the 3 years, you will see that in almost 3 years, you will see that we don't move from a place where citizens are not being the get as much information in this 21st century diverse multi-platform way to now we'd expect your government to exist and engage with you. We don't bring the government closer to the people. We don't remove the veil. We don't transform some institutions. We don't bring top policies on public information, on records and archives, on data protection and management and things like that. So on every single issue that we're in charge of, we don't do a review of that. We don't build the institutions and we want to bring them come back to life, not just institutionally, but also in a structure. It's way to do government printer. We have big plans for SLBC. So we continue for do within President Bio asked we for do, and keep in mind again, I'll be a new ministry, so we'll not be get enough template for that for follow. We have had to build our own templates. Now we other people will come and go follow. It's been a challenge, not a lot of resources, I can tell you that. The greatest frustration, if I should say, has been that the ministry not get the resources, but it's a problem across government, but we not get the resources for do the work as well as we would love to, but we don't try for manage and do as best as we could under the circumstances.
Mr. Minister, I mean, this is not a part of we and by the way, this is not to bait safe last time. It has to deal with the condition of the UE bill, you office, the debris, then we've been there. In fact, on Monday, this Monday we passed, now I discussed now, we get a program we call Blowing the Whistle. What is the current status of the compound, the debris? Has it been cleared? And we to now make up of that, because it goes out, people snap that this building and in the house, almost 60% of government ministries, and they're in this kind of condition. What do you need, the public need for know on that?
I've been in the building for 3 years. It's embarrassing. It's a shame on all of us. I mean, I say a union. My colleagues and share that sentiments there. We should all do better. The building dirty, not as managed as it's supposed to be managed. And I thank Una and the media for continuing for bringing Anchor up. Enforce the authorities are responsible. That's what I think citizens' engagement should be. You look at a problem, you dramatize that problem there, and you call attention for the solver. Just yesterday I've been in a meeting with different key stakeholders them for look at a systematic way. So somebody say, oh, the dirty they go, dirty get for go. What's people in at this building, dirty they come out of this building? The question is, na system over the years not only put in place for effectively manage the dirty, the eyesore of the dirty, because when you go dump on one place, because alternative not there and system not there for, and the people who have been get the system to be fair to Ministry of Works, they say Ministry of Finance not been the pay, and so the contractors in Poland. So it's a problem. Look, now they didn't leave. I spend a lot of my time there. I'm not happy with the lack of sanitation. And in fact, say people didn't go and do that. That's what my colleagues leave. Then they complain a lot. I guess so many colleagues, if you go to our cabinet forum, it's an issue where they affect we all. But I'll tell you, say, you don't get to the level where action will be taken. I think there are some big plans this week to next week for say we do some massive transformation of that, of the management of the debris na you building. And again, it's an example of what I say to you. You know, I need to lie. You cannot spin something we all man they see. My job is to tell you as I see it and to give you new information, because that's information.
Thank you very much. We'll go for a short break. After the break, we open the phone line 079-994-993. Stay tuned.
Sometimes then, when things they go wrong in the community, and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you, blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show, who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now the community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them, respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about time. This time you chance for follow you speak up and follow your voice and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
1xBet. Your game has no limits. In 1x Game section, you'll find hits, Crash, Burning Heart, Crystal, Western Slot. Each game is a separate world with real winnings. Play on website or in the app. Visit the 1xbet.sl and use a SL126 promo code to get a 200% bonus up to 2,800 Sierra Leonean Leones. 1x Games, a world of games, wherever you are.
All right, let's start to take the calls. Malaika Stevens, now the first caller, now the program this morning. Hello, Malaika.
Yeah, Branson, God bless you and God bless Epic. Because Epic will give you the canopy for talk to ministers and other authorities. So that issue actually don't stand out because the ministers don't have admit to what you discussed previously. But what I say, sir, according to the president, some of executive orders will be given people that they appreciate. One, for being supposed for cut down to what people the country they spend or the government they spend. Ministries are supposed for all the meetings at the confines of the ministry. That was very good. So if there are in the country or people that want to ask the president, why they not going to take SLBC to the president's office? Other than making town halls all over the country. I don't see and say that one they acceptable. Because people are going to take and say regular spending. Considering the economic meltdown where the country they experience. That one they people come out there, another school of thought will tell you say just for let some people and get returns by the bank account. So you must see and say what it. The minister they talk about zero expenditure for conduct program overseas. I don't buy that idea this sir. So again, anyway,
Thank you, sir. 079-994-993. Let's take more calls in the program this morning. We still get the Minister of Information and Civic Education, which we in the studios call and be part of the conversation. I get messages them on Facebook as well, but I'll take this call out. Hello, good morning. You must have to call you from.
Hello, Mr. Crew Chief.
Suleiman, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, Suleiman. Go ahead.
The border, some people want to tell me in my mind, what in my mind before and now. We made the imposition, whether Sierra Leone or Guinea. I guess not vote for them, but Nayanda no more at the top. The other thing I want to about the Honorable Tower. Now somebody want to give high respect for in mind and in saying and what they talk. In a Melvin, anything they talk about, I think say Miguel for believer, whether somebody will believe or not. But I want to ask me, brother, or me, honorable or the minister, then meeting you wouldn't go do out. Not a part of the field that why the President B.O.B. said, then they just for spend money out. And if why they not keep doing na Sierra Leone? Before they give a white man, then they do them here an African country. And civic education or civic something. I think they get for take another school. Because they have not been done before, and if they want to do now they for build the future generation.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
We'll take more calls, 079994993. The minister will respond to now calls and concern them later. I take note of them. Hello, good morning. Yes, I go ahead.
Of course, however, a small thing, of course. We have embassies, we have high commissions, we have up to even deputy high commissioners, we have press attaches, and then continue the information always sometimes they can say they go give you by and that. What's wrong with you put on your website? Most people about them one can I then come to here. I told you website need to go. So tell me almost it costs, so you have to exchange looking at the land mass. So street to be out there and that kind of thing. That is all you need. 21st century with this internet. Now you get for people the vice president, Mr. Minister. I don't say, we can't tell me say that somebody paid for the vice president too. Because the vice president not to organize a union. Where they go to then continue na sweet in the tap, not a room. So for go take money, I go spend on account, I can't tell you say and a small money. No, money I buy small. All that side way that money they for. But waiting now for the member for stock to let people overseas now. Now for giving the privilege for boots to overseas. Like give myself now they do. Thank you very much. Because they say they contribute greatly to the economy of this country. Not about they go up to them. How much people businessman they go to there and that? No, this I'm not going to the plan. Now listen. Thank you.
Thank you. 079994993. That's the number where Yusuf can call and be part of the program. We'll take this caller very quickly. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning. This is
Bakar. Yes. Bakar from X. Go ahead.
I'm really surprised that the minister, one project check out from more than their minister, they talk about civic. And the things that we surround we balance all. One, the communication we going to hire people, other things all network. Okay, one thing we are the same. His Excellency the President and the way they own the see the outcry is the one that they talk about some calm down. We did a buy yes. When at 200,000, we're not sure about how people and dollars they do how they can. But now let's see up to 600,000. So we don't pick. If you know the watch out to the whole West Africa or whatever, give me people from when they buy fuel, from when they buy less cheap, up till now when they buy cheap. So what can they go on their country to the power of the emotion?
Thank you. 079994993. Few calls will entertain. Laminti says, fake news, are you sure those people know about happenings in Sierra Leone more than most people in Sierra Leone? Okay, that's on Facebook, by the way.
Good morning, Epic.
Yes, Lamin Samoa Nakoyatong, right?
Yes.
Go ahead, yes.
Before they were having for waste this money and go to England say civic education, why they not for add that money and give the teachers the subsidy? And because now they say education priority, then this and that, and our teachers then they cry for the very subsidy. Who are promise say they give them. Now they go waste money. And then and after you see government, for clean small you building. They know able, but until na the other part Akisha for clean the entire Freetown. You see how for point finger no good there. Una no able work, but una dey blame other people them. Thank you.
Take more calls. Bami Dele Anthony say President Bio is taking the country back to the old good days by giving account of his stewardship through the presidential town hall in the Greek city-state of the anthem. It was referred to as Golden Age. This was simply because the leader talked directly to their citizens, which laid the foundation of accountability, transparency, and citizens' engagement. Setting the pace for the leaders across Africa. Thank you, President Bill. And thank you, Minister Siba. That is from Bamidele Anthony. Take free call 07994-993. Let's take this caller quickly and then maybe try for. See, hello.
Yeah, good morning, Radio.
Morning, yes.
Me and Paconte are the call from the top.
Yes, Paconte at the top. Go ahead.
Well, this constant they go to the minister, even though not to the topic in the but now, through I have chance for asking this question. From all development to maybe and bridge road and the making this will come to how they talk about. Why Kabbalah boss, comment boss, was stopping for wrong Kabbalah because of road. Kabbalah not to patch Sarali, and that's not my own question.
Thank you. Jusu Tolisi, how will the minister link the success of the civic education to the recent happenings in Kainlau? He said that on Facebook. Daphne Albati Johnson, he said it's so disgraceful if EU see the picture that will assume the ministers are not what they are sold so much stinking feet. Okay. They say, let's see how much message I can take. Okay, this one caught me. Okay, I'm not able to take the other set of message. Bami say, hello, let's take this person quickly. Yes, morning, you name I call you from. Pamusa, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So what I want to ask, and that town hall meeting in Makeni, what they want to do, then don't prepare some certain people on an open thing where we say all man for talk. Now that I want to know, that's the first point. Because we not go and let them go embarrass somebody like accessibility, what will be happen na Toya. Then the number two, and really at the place the minister for letting happen we not to correct, then he say yes, he not correct. Concerning you building. So that I tell and thank you for that one day. But we go pray for what he talks so for like go happen then cleanly. Like then forbid the second place or the first place where for clean. Where everybody so far as he reach they really not say yes. Now all ministry office then they. So the making three now concerning that Guinea debates. How Guinea then they can buy it and I go to Guinea. That day is simple. Guinea money value is pass Salon money. If you want Salon money, you say they go buy na Guinea. Where you buy Ikaya, you the loss. But if you buy any goods now, you go to na Guinea. Okay. When you sell, you the profit. Then you buy goods, then you sell the profit. Go buy one bag rest na Guinea. Like out and then you buy then let them do comparison. So the two prices. So this really it defend me. I said to me, God, say Guinea cheaper than Guinea.
Two last call, 1 minute, and then I come to the minister for response. Just two last lucky call, and then I'll come over to the minister for response. I'll take this one. Hello.
President, good morning.
Yes. Is it Commander Jibo?
It is not Commander Jibo. You are out please.
Okay, go ahead.
I pay respect to all authority, even the minister waiting. When I tell her, not the listener. You have to speak better English. Well, me tell you now ask you. For both the World Civic Education in London and Salon, which I will say that they right. Because to me, Westman get what he study, Africa, Sierra Leone will get what you study. And to me, Westman don't know we better like we. With a minister, civic education, information. We not think say we for engage the people of this country for that we understand. But the only thing let me drop the line. The challenge is them, you as minister, this country, you don't take power as a young man at the arena radio all. But what if they tell you as a man face, the challenge is them, Baku. Rather than with the talk Baku English, don't try this country in challenges and the frustration of the ordinary Sierra Leonean.
Thank
you.
you.
And then we go say Allah. And we not there against government, but we dey the black and black.
Thank you.
Sometimes for say white black is say white. Me Commander Jiba not be part of am.
Thank you.
Regina.
I'll take the last person now. 0799-4993 and then wrap up. I'm not going to take the maximum number of calls because I don't go way overboard the time. But Abuloko, I think I'm the last person. Hello.
Good morning, Regina.
Yes, morning, Abuloko.
Yeah, good morning, His Excellency, Honorable Minister Shiba. But good morning, sir.
Hey, bro. How you doing?
Thank God, sir. Reginald, this man, a blessing for this country. And he really, all his submission, the way he did, na radio, he based on the facts. And this man not able to argue or can't lie anything. We don't listen already they say. And they talk a little bit by bit for make at least every Sierra Leone way na Creole in the talk, not your English. And in role they play as a Minister of Information for give information about all the things that already happen at the country. And I hear they say, you don't see, in terms of the dirty, he not argue. He said the facts. There's some information for happen. Information over there, na woman, no more, na woman. So, Mr. Ba, I tell you plenty, thank you, but come and declare the year. That's all for happen. You know, potential, you get more time. And you are a potential leader for this country. So once more, I tell you plenty, thank you for the reality way they talk. And you need to stand for the people of this country as everybody identify you. So once more, I tell you plenty, thank you, Mr. Ba, for the information the way they give at this country, for protect and guide this country.
Thank you so much.
I'm out the voice from Central Media.
Thank you, thank you. I need to take any calls again, by the way. I'll go over to the Minister. Mr. Minister, you already concerns that will come in from the public. We never will take the required number because of time. Like you, the time now for response to the callers.
I really want to say thank you. I mean, one of the things that I like Epic for this one pattern for opening the call and the quality of the callers. I think we've been lost. I've been talk to one of the party when we call all the time. What's my name again?
Usapa Conte.
No, the one who been the call.
Padauda, yes, let's Padauda.
Yes, you know, I don't dare before the call, but I glad for you some familiar names them. Musa, Buloko, Commander Jibu. They are all now patriots them. As long people that we like the country, we understand the value of information. Because for the day you tune to your radio and take that you them, you call. I know say official maybe they help now, so the calls into the supposed to be free. But still, the fact that they make that effort there for be part of the conversation. So, to the people who they ask about whether it's important for law organizing settings in there, then people here are just talk about, so now they don't answer the question. It shows see in a democracy, people actually like for talk. They want for listen, they want for engage. And they want to call at the Nayana examples of that. So I for really from the bottom of my heart, tell Una thank you for providing the platform, but also tell them all thank you for all the feedback. The critical one them, the arts one them, the difficult one them, the one who they tell we what, they tell we say we not do this, we not do that. That's now they make the democracy work. So let me come to some of the substantive questions that we they ask. I think see people still they misunderstand somewhat within happen. For example, somebody say whether we do civic day in a salon or whether it's more important for doing a London or a salon. Not to either or, we do all. And as you know, we don't go across the country almost everywhere for do civic day. And by the way, one place we don't go it's Nakai Lounge, something like that make because somebody asked.
Yeah, somebody asked.
So now one of the remaining places that we don't left for no go.
It's now the result of the civic education.
It's in a way, no, they will make the connection. I mean, it's too direct for make that connection. But I could tell you, say, a civic conversation they always help with the peace process for bring the tension down, that people then feel connected to the government and they feel like they are seen and they are heard. Especially when you ask, your leader respond to you in direct terms. And they're absolutely important. Secondly, people say, oh, that money we don't spend if we don't spend it on teacher. If you approach the thinking that way, we don't pay salary. We need to do nothing else. We need to build road. We need to go do Leicester Peak tourism. We need to do anything where they put money back. Government they spend 22% on education. Will they continue for pay teacher them? It's not perfect. We continue for increase the pie, so we'll get more money like AVP talk over. But government has to function. We got to do records. We got to record everything we do that and our money. And like I say, VPB already they go London. Nobody know they complain where they go hunger. If we go hunger now, we say, okay, who did they allow me to the citizen there? How done they bad? We can go hunger. In fact, some ministry there can go more people than we at the Ministry of Information.
Wow. How much people can go from the ministry?
Me plus one.
Wow, so now 2 people no more.
Done.
On our host the event.
We will host. Imagine. So we want to cost 1 green person. Now, even a person not stay in a hotel because a person will come on a UK originally in a Sierra Leone, UK diaspora, a good house. Only me will stay in a hotel, paid for. Partly as well from me own pocket. Because of the area will be supposed for day. So again, like this question on, again, the value of this conversation, you know, go put money on the value. And somebody asked whether with man country can they do now other country. Absolutely. In fact, me wife and me picking them get American citizenship. So now yeah, we issue them can happen. They can host town hall. Now yeah, when they can get big leaders and come in the host town hall. All over the world, when the president there go to big events them and the citizens and they do that. Now part of the effort for strengthening your democracy and your connection to citizens, especially we get important diaspora. In this case, we don't spend extra money. What do? They take advantage of, for example, VPB for go London anyway. Nobody know before don't talk, say, go that diaspora conference. Because if they go, they attend, they pay, they spend the exact same money. But we say the evening time before the conference starts. Do you talk to the salon people? Not so good we do. Not so great thing that they for advance the democracy of the people. And people they misunderstand, again, civic engagement, not to just this literal definition of civic education. Somebody said civic education should be about talking about rules and responsibilities. No. What would they do now? Civic engagement. The civic day, now an exercise of the modern nation state. The idea of the modern public square, where they engage and talk to each other. Somebody say, which people can just put on our website. That same person who talks to when put on our website, they listen to this station. They listen for get information. All some of the information, if you don't go watch on our website. But if organized back will go in turn with it, they show up, go there because there's a desire by people for move away, not all man want for the website. The impact to you to get, where you sit down before me, or I sit down so before you. No way you get away go to the website, it's not possible. And again, people they want a conversation. So I think that is very important. Okay. Somebody talk about rice price, say you don't care about West Africa, this thing, and then just care about the price. Now, yeah, I want for assure them, say. But, for example, the minister actually were there just send me a summary of the data from 2025. We get now 75% rice sufficiency. Will they continue for increased production? Will they continue for increased local rice production? Will they continue for reduced importation? The president in Feed Salon program, he done a good cause. And also people that want let all the answer be today, but all the answer we know they get today, but we work towards. And one important question I want to respond to now, whether the town hall open, because now that's at the next stage. And I know I need to run. I want to I think Pamusa asked that. I want to let Pamusa know say the town hall, the presidential town hall, we don't give invite through the council, through the leadership now, making it to people there. We also invite a lot of cross-section of Sierra Leoneans. We don't also open up for let people who want attend register. Everybody where they did it, now person we don't register. So that we go track, we know that they come, and when you can, you get seat. We won't forget, look, like I within this studio, so in this studio, like right now, even you open question line, right? And then you lock them. Why? Because you want actually allow substantive debate. Yeah. If you just open the question line, somebody can just walk into the studio, wait, I have for ask. You cannot have a conversation, not so. It's a structure supposed for day. So the structure we don't put in place. Now through them steps here I don't take, we will get exact 500 people inside the hall. Everybody go sit down comfortably. The president go able to talk, he answer the question. Then we all not to do one at the hall for understanding benefit, but people from all over the world where they listen to the president for also able for understand and for benefits from what's happen. I think I try small. So we do town halls all over the country. I want to let the person know say we don't do town halls all over the country, and he say, buy this idea of zero expenditure. and they say na zero expenditure. I call it what we call in economics, and we say the marginal expenditure. Because if we've been to go UNGA already, my tickets they don't buy already. I've been for go anyway. But while I did it, I do one more thing. So the marginal cost for that one thing I do, it's basically negligible. So we don't save the country significant resources, and then we don't improve the governance, peace building, civic education and engagement for the people of South.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister Inimna Chenoba, the Minister of Information and Civic Education. We tell you thank you, take your time for talk to we. Unfortunately, we're able to get Alfonso Osbani as well in the studio, but many thanks to DJ Buju and give me technical support this morning. So we say now make una watch you live on Facebook and also make una watch you live on YouTube. Many thanks to you. So we say thanks to the production team, Fatma and Miss Elebi, and of course Miss Regina Banujukutu Soya, executive producer Mananteza Julia Thomas, who is now the executive producer of the program, and to the entire team we put hands on deck for ensure we bring come to you the Epic Morning Show throughout this week. I don't be Regina Banujukutu Soya. Continue for listening to Epic Radio and have a wonderful day. Stay tuned to this fine frequency. Bye bye.